Good afternoon, gamers, and welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. My name is Mikey. I'm joined by the lovely, the luscious,
lovely Tom.
the gracious Tom. He's gracious with his presence once again. How you doing, Tom?
I'm really good, mate. How are you? You good?
I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm excited because it's round 2 of the Halloween Havoc from Goonhammer.
Halloween Havoc. Insert lightning, insert ghouls, etc., etc., etc. Yeah.
So thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. If you joined this early, you love this stream so much, you want to give it a like straight away. We have a fantastic game lined up for you today. We have Adeptus Custodes.
Custodes, they might have been nerf battered, but they're on the table at Goonhammer at this hugely competitive event. Can George take them for his second win? He must have won with them once already,
yeah. You know? Versus Tom with Jormungandr. Jormungandr.
It's Tyranids.
It's Tyranids.
But not the Leviathan version we're used to.
No, Leviathan's dead now, Tom.
Yeah, who cares about Leviathan?
Who cares about Leviathan?
Exactly.
So we got a fantastic game. These two players are both from the same team that Callum's on, who won the last game. And they're playing against each other, which is quite funny.
So yeah, they've come all this way. They've paid money for a ticket to a great event, and they've ended up squaring off against each other.
Typical.
It's basically a training game, right?
Yes,
that's what it is.
Exactly. Sanguine Spanners, they're being called in the chat. I presume that's the that makes sense because they've got like a blood drop and a spanner on their t-shirt. Yeah. So it's quite interesting.
It is. I wonder where their Wargaming club is based.
Who knows?
Exactly.
But
you see the gold versus the blue and red by the looks of it there, Mike. It's nice. The lines are drawn.
Have the name? I don't think that's updated for some reason on our side.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay, let's
it'll update in a second when you give it a refresh, right?
I'm sure it will.
So you'll be able to see that Tom has gone first. He's already had his first turn, Tom.
Okay.
He did a bit of shuffling, a bit of moving, got his units where he wanted them, and now we've got George coming through with his Adeptus Custodes.
Excellent.
And I think George has to take the fight to the Tyranids. Hold them back. George is running 3 squads of 3 bikes.
Yep.
All with the salvo launchers. I'm going to call them Havoc launchers. Then the Halloweenness is getting into me there, Mikey. So he's doing the salvo launcher goodness. I'll quickly talk you through George's list just while he's doing some movement, and we've got a bit of a second. So George is running Emperor's Chosen, which is 4+ shrug to mortal wounds, and reroll a dice every time that a unit activates. So for a hit, for example, or for a wound. Now, the 4+ shrug for this will actually be really useful against such a psychic-heavy army in the Tyranids, so we'll see if that comes into play. Now, his HQ, he's got a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike. This guy is tooled up. He's got the Castellan's Mark, which allows for some redeploys. He's also got a Salvot launcher, and he's giving him Victor of the Blood Games and Tip of the Spear as well. So usual buffs for a Shield Captain there. Got Trajan, who has the Warlord trait, Master of Martial Strategy, which I believe is farming command points, which is going to be useful on this one. Then in the troops, he's got 4 troops in total. He's got 2 squads of 3 Custodian Guard with the blades and the shields, a squad of Prosecutors, and a squad of Sagittarium Guard. In the Elite, we have 2 Contemptor Achilles Dreadnoughts. This reminds me of probably 12 months ago now. These things were like everywhere. This was the meta list. This was the army. Everyone ran these little, these sexy dreads because they could hide, and also they did some serious output and damage. So he's brought 2 of those still. And then in the fast attacks, as I've already mentioned, 9 Virtus Praetors in total, all with the salvo launchers. He probably could have actually done with a couple of maybe Hurricane Bolters on this one to help thin out some of the Gargoyles and some of the Termagants that Tom's brought, but time will tell. So yeah, that's for a massive 1995 points. Nice to see some Custodes on the table, a nice bit of variety. Again, Custodes probably one of the least represented factions here at Goonhammer, but they're still tough. They still have all the 4+ invulnerable saves. They have tons of wounds, and very hard to choose from. As you can see, he's just sent a squad of 3 bikes straight forward onto Objective 3. Looks like he's going to be trying to deal with the huge bug. I can't tell what that one is from here, actually. Let me have a look at Tom's list, see what Tom's running. That will be the Tyranofex that's just gone and stood on Objective 3. Some salvo launchers and some charging into that. Yes, thank you so much, the mighty flip-flop. Can always depend on you to come through with that, so thank you so much. So I'm going to quickly talk us through Tom's list as well, just while George is doing the movement. So we have, as Mike has already said, the High Fleet Jormungandr. If I'm saying that incorrect, I'm sorry. Anyway, we have a HQ of a Neurothope, taking the Powers Catalyst, Lurking Maws, and Onslaught. He's also going to be the Warlord, and he's got the Relic, the Resonance Barb, as per usual, and the Power Paroxysm. Oh no, sorry, I think the I think the Neurothrope. So he's got another Neurothrope. God, this is going to get confusing. The exact same powers. This one has the Neuroparasite, though, and Psychic Scream. And the Warlord trait, Synaptic Tendrils. So 2 Neurothropes out total. Then in the troops, we have 2 squads of Gargoyles, both 10 men each. So 20 Gargoyles and 10 Hormagons. These will be the screen or objective grabbers and stuff like that, 'cause they'll be OBSEC. Then in the elites, we have the Maliceptor, who isn't quite as good for his points as he used to be, but they're still really good. An absolute psychic bubble of damage going to come out from him. We have 3 Venom Thropes for the -1 to hit bubble, Mikey. They do a bit of -1 to hit, don't they, those Venom Thropes?
Do.
And then we have 2 squads of 3 Zone Thropes, so 6 in total there. In the fast attack, we have a Parasite of Mortrex with the Warlord trait Alien Cunning, which is really nice. We have Raveners, 2 squads of 4, so 8 Raveners in total, with
nice.
1 Death Spitter in the Rending Claws,
nice.
and in the heavy support. It's nice to see some big bugs that we've not normally seen, Mikey. We have we have a Carnifex with Adaptive Physiology, enhanced sensors, and a heavy venom cannon. We have an Exocrine for spitting some toxic goodness out.
Nice,
and of course, we have a Tyrannofex with the spray. It's the acid spray, not the rupture cannon.
Saucy.
With the adaptive physiology, dermic symbiosis, which I believe is
5+Invuln.
5+Invuln, yes.
And maybe double wounds.
On brackets,
wounds,
on brackets.
Exactly.
So yeah,
it's a defensive one anyway. There we go. We sorted the overlay out. We got there. The players are very handy.
Did you enjoy my filling? I've gone through all the lists, Mikey, all on my own. I'm really proud of myself.
Both lists.
Both of them
my
done.
God! Wow, I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of you.
You basically don't have to do work now. You can go.
I'm gonna go, mate. So do it. So there we go. So Tom's turn was pretty slow.
Yep.
Obviously his secondaries being engage, which he's not doing right now. Retrieve, which he's done, and then psychic interrogation, which he failed. So pretty slow, slow.
I don't think he was. He not? Did he fail it, or was he not in range? I don't think he was in range.
He failed to do it.
Yes, there we go. I like it. Yeah, exactly.
But obviously, George with Auric Mortalis, which is the Custodes one. You remember what that one does? Auric Mortalis?
No, I can't remember. Sorry, mate. I'll check it in a second.
No prisoners, which obviously kill everything, and Abhor the Witch, which is kill psychers. So there we go. We started the shooting phase. George has started. He's got those bikes going to do some damage. So let's have a listen to what these guys are going to say.
I'm not sure I should probably. Oh yeah, no, because these guys are in. So these 3 are going to go for him as well.
Same again.
These were in Trajan range though, so they potentially get more rerolls. So hitting on 3s.
Wait, what are they rerolls then?
So normally they reroll. So 1's for the captain. He rerolls 1s to hit and wound.
Oh wow.
But I'll Empress. So Empress chosen that one.
Yeah.
Good. Then 4s. 2 wounds. Oh, that's a 6, right? Yeah, that's a 6. 2 wounds.
Got 3 CP. Okay. Fine.
Oh.
Cool.
Failed it.
So Tom's just going to find out which character he needs to kill for Auric Mortalis, which is, thank you very much, Mighty Flip-Flop. Really appreciate it. So he's got to kill the Maliceptor to get 15 points. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, to be fair. So the Maliceptor needs to be killed. Yeah. Maliceptor got a big target on his face. Big psychic target.
We're seeing this secondary a lot in the books at the moment. It's basically like you have to choose either the Supreme Commander or something like that. And if that doesn't exist, it's then the thing with the highest points value.
Okay.
And it's the Maliceptor at 220. So I missed the Maliceptor, but it was like the other 2 are 215. So I was wondering what it was going to be. But it's the Maliceptor. So basically, kill that thing.
15 points.
Yes.
Excellent.
Bit easy, right?
Okay, so that's all of those fired. Then this back unit of bikes are going to fire at the Maliceptor.
Okay.
I mean, not Maliceptor, Tyrannofex. I'm Empress chosen. Oh, is that -1 to hit? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm an Empress chosen. That one then. Yep. Then 4s.
5s actually.
Oh, 5s. In which case, nothing.
Yep.
Then we've got. So then we've got this Achilles Stress here. So he's going to shoot his spear in. Okay. Hitting on -1 to hit.
Trying to absolutely nail that Exocrine in the middle. The 5+Invuln.
The Tyrannofex or the Exocrine? Tyrannofex, is it? Yeah, that's the Tyrannofex. The Exocrine's chilling at the back right.
Yeah. Lots of big bugs.
I'm about to say, it's nice to see some new big bugs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Chosen that. Yep, 2 wounds, AP2.
Fail 1.
3 damage.
5 up shrug. I take 1. He's down to 17.
Good. Every little bit. And then he's got Hellstorm bolters, which, yep, definitely out of rapid fire. So 3s and 5s.
What strength?
5. Oh, so 6s actually. Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Then we've got the other one's going to do exactly the same thing. So 3s. Reroll into charge jump. Nope. Then 5s. I'll Empress Chosen that. Nope. Then 4 shots to the last room. Then 6s. Nothing.
Cool.
Then we've just got Trajan shooting his spear in.
Of course, all of their weapons are guns. Yes, that is how it works. That is how it works.
Just the 1 shot. Hits. 6s. No. Oh, Empress Chosen actually. No. And these guys. So I guess. Hang on. Yeah, I guess they're going to fire into that as well because they can only really see that.
Yep.
So I don't know why I only rolled 2 dice. It's 6 shots.
Just roll them all again then.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. So 3s.
Yeah. With no reroll.
I've still got an Empress Chosen reroll. I'm trying to work out.
What are they wounding on?
They're wounding on 6s because they're strength 5.
So I'd reroll now.
Yeah.
Well, you were never wounding with that roll.
6s. No. Oh. Okay, that's on my shooting. So we're on to charging.
Yep.
So we're going to go for these guys. Going to charge into Maliceps, not Maliceps, Tyranifax.
I will Overwatch.
Cool.
So 66 auto hits.
Yep.
First. 11. 5.
There you go, the charge phase now. That Tyranno effect's hitting all those auto hits. Really good.
That is a good roll.
Oh,
so,
no.
5, 8.
AP.
3 damage 2.
Oh, God. 8. 4-ups. So damage 2 each, so that is... okay. So 4 damage, 1's on 1 wound.
Oh, they're 5 a pop?
Yeah, the 5 wounds now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go for that one. And then what do I get to get in? Fortunately,
I think you might be in.
Yeah, that is what I needed, but yeah. Guns. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Right, well we know he's... Yeah. These guys are going to go for a monster... it's only 9, I think, to get... yeah, 9-inch charge to get to them. I mean, what are we calling that?
Carry on.
I don't know. Are we calling it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's in. It's definitely in. Well, fuck.
Cool.
Sure.
Right, so hang on. Yeah. So I guess I will kick off. Yeah, only one of them can actually get in, can't it? I mean, to be...
Sorry? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess...
You would have re-rolled it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go over here first. So we've got 12 attacks with the bikes. 6, 8, 10, 12, and I'll just check something. Yeah, I'm in reroll aura. So 12 attacks.
Oh, what's the range?
6.
So to him?
Yeah, to that guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be, and then I'll just pile it.
Yeah, I was looking at Trajan and I was like, nah.
Oh no, the one guy's on 1 wound.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that guy's on 1 wound. So 12 attacks hitting on 2s. Well, okay, I'll take that.
Strength.
So strength 7, so would be on 5s, but they get +1 to wound because they're charged.
Okay,
so 4s. Yep.
With 1 reroll.
Yep. So reroll that one. So it's going to be 3, 4, 4. Not the best, but yeah, I'll take it.
4. So I assume it's AP more than AP2.
AP3, yeah.
Yeah. So 4s. I save 2, fail 2.
So 4 damage, and then 2 Misericordia attacks. 3 Misericordia attacks.
Let me them first.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Take 3. So down to 14.
Okay, and then 3 Misericordias. Re-rolling the 1s. Okay. 5s. 1 AP2.
So 4 up.
Oh, it's not 5s actually, because it's -1 strength, isn't it?
0 to 6.
Fun? Oh, yes.
No, it's not. Minus strength is only in shooting.
Yeah.
I failed it. Damage 1.
1, yeah.
So 5 up strike. Nope.
Yep.
Down to 13. Let's see if he can kill a bike. Oh no, actually, you got to go again. So just.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, you're not interrupting.
Surprisingly not.
So I don't think I can get any of these two to fight. Actually, no. I guess if he goes 3 there, so now he's within.
Is he within a half? It's a stretch.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be that one guy. I mean, I'll still pile in that way anyway, but yeah, just that one guy. So 4 attacks, because he gets 1 extra for having a misericordia. Hitting on 2s. Yep. Wounding on T3, right?
Yeah.
So 3s. Empress chosen that one. Right, 2 AP2.
Straight through?
Yep. Then yeah, it's just your fight backs.
Okay. I'm going to have to do a little bit stupid here because I need to now get them within synapse. So basically this guy is just going to swing around because I can pile in 6.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them will just come in and keep the objective at the very least. So now they won't run away and they've got the objective, so that's fun. So I've got, was it Swarming Mass or whatever, Swarming Horde, so I can fight from within 2.5. So I'm definitely him. I can't see if that guy, can he do it?
What's up?
Is he within 2.5 of your guy?
My guy?
Yeah.
All right, from that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's within 2.5, yeah.
Cool. All right, so that makes 7 of them. 3 attacks a pop, hit on pause, strength 3. So
5 stacks, yeah.
So 21 attacks. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. So 4s into 5s. Then, Jesus, 5s. Oh wow, okay, so that's 6 at AP1, so 6 3-ups.
Okay. 4, 6 3-ups. Takes 2. So one's on the moon left.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, I'll go for this guy back
Alright, then the Tran effects. Yep. So 3s and he's strength 7, so 3s.
Okay.
So that's 3, AP1 damage 2.
AP1. 3 3-ups.
Yep.
Well,
fine. Okay.
Okay, so scoring. I'm assuming there's no morale, right? No, because you sign up.
Yeah. So you didn't take one off me, but you did take that one.
Yep,
so you got 2 for direct assault.
Yep.
No prisoners at the end?
Yeah, because you don't regenerate anything, do you? So
I can on the CP, but we can just count that as
yeah.
Abhor the Witch, nothing. Okay, so on to turn 2.
Okay, interesting turn 1. Very interesting turn 1.
It feels like
George
feels like
went for it.
The Tyranno effects in the middle.
Yeah.
A lot of wounds, and it feels like it might have been the classic distraction Khan effects, and I wonder whether George has gone for that with the bikes that maybe aren't well equipped for it. Bikes are good because they've got the salvo launchers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They are incredibly strong at dealing with something that's like really tough. Like I think the Tyranno effects is toughness 8, so it'll be 4s to wound because the salvo launcher.
Yeah, and it's got 4 plus in 1 because of Dermic Symbiosis.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like it's a good target for the salvo launchers, but again, if you roll a lot of saves, like you're basically bouncing off a huge tough bugger. Then the Overwatch did 4 wounds with the acid spray, which I think was, I think it could have killed the bike then. You know what I mean? You don't really want to be giving those bikes up.
Oh, it nearly did.
Yeah, and now the problem that they've got is there's going to be
Look
so
at
many
all that
bugs.
counter-charge.
Yeah, that counter charge is so easy.
Why are all those bikes so close?
I think he's brought them all out to try and get salvo launcher line of sight, but it's not
24
really.
inch, right?
Yeah,
they could have been a lot further back.
Yeah.
So.
Also, there's the shield captain is sandwiched currently just off the back of objective 3.
Yeah, that one right in the middle.
I think that's quite vulnerable for a shield captain. Like.
Yeah, just relying on that 4 plus in one, I guess.
Yeah, and also like if a few of those bikes start getting chipped away, he's not protected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden, he's on the back foot straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure,
So we'll have to see what happens. Maybe it was a good play. Maybe he is doing the distraction card effects thing in return and saying, look, you want my bikes, come and get them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to roll a lot of saves.
Yeah.
So we'll
so
see.
he's given the zone folks, they've done the imperative thing to give him 3d6 casting. But Emperor's Chosen have a 4+
shrug.
Feel pain against it, don't they? So it'll be interesting. So let's see how Tom reacts.
I think the key here, right?
I don't think they've had a taken hold yet, because it's obviously turn 2, and Tom was holding at least 1. There you go. He's just. I think he
it's
might
like
have
he's
just
listening.
heard me.
I like obviously the objective layout again for this map. That 1, 3, and 5 are all in the middle in the open.
Yeah.
I think that will play into the Custodes' favour, but I don't think he's positioned himself well currently. In my opinion, he's very central, very down the channel from right to left.
For sure.
I think if he'd have gone full line across the spaced them out, he could have then swung and maybe played more for 1 or more for 5. You know what I mean? And tried to.
He's just gone for every objective, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Spread himself to. They made the classic mistake. Gone for 4 objectives in a 5 objective mission. You only need to go for 3.
Yeah.
So any 3 you can choose, but it's just like when you try and go for 4, you're like splitting your forces just a little bit too far.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Custodes don't have a great deal of models to play with either. So.
Because if he loses, for example, if he loses the Custodian Guard on Objective 1, he has nothing else around that area to support it, from what I can see. He's got the Achilles Dread, I think, behind it. Yeah. But, what's that going to do for him? They're his obsec. He needs to keep them safe. Yeah. And I don't think this was the turn to put him out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic Custodes list. It's still very good.
Oh, God, it's going to be so tough to get rid of.
Having the stratagems nerfed is hard, but it's still a really good list. It's very, very damaging. But
George is floating a lot of CP. That's really good for a Custodes list.
Exactly.
You want to be turning off rerolls. You want to be turning all sorts of his shenanigans off, and he can do that. Currently, he's got that in his back pocket. So we'll have to see.
Exactly. But what I will say is thank you very much for everyone tuning in. Hope you're all doing well. As I said, my name's Mikey. I'm joined by the lovely Tom. This is Hellstormwargaming. We're bringing you 5 more games of hot Goonhammer action.
We are.
Goonhammer action all over my face, your face, chat's face.
Yeah, and if you're joining us in chat right now, we ask for nothing other than a few things, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us where the hell you're watching.
Yeah.
Give us a like on the stream.
Love the stream.
Come and join us on Discord, !mark Discord. And if you want to come and experience a Hellstormwargaming event, Mikey, this is your lucky day, some would say, right?
I mean, today's very good.
Yeah.
But Monday will be even luckier.
Monday, you need to put it in your diary because you have the chance to come and join us at Hellstormwargaming, our All-Stars HQ. It's going to be at Sanctuary Wargaming, really close to Nottingham where we are today.
Yep.
Tickets go on sale on Monday at 7 p.m, right?
Sure do.
So, if you want to game a 40k with some legends like us, come and join us, right?
Yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate you all. And I'm interested in this game because I think Jormungandr you don't really see that much. Kraken's kind of been nerfed now, so seeing this faction is really interesting. And I still think Custodes have it in them. I still think they do.
If you roll well with Custodes, simply
live and die by the 4+.
It is 4+. It's 4+ all the time, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. Hey Ross, thank you much for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
Yes, Ross P.
Gents, based on what you've seen so far, who plays the final table? One for Tom. Wait for it. The final table. I think we're going to see probably Knights and Harlequins or Tyranids at the top still. I think there's some really good Knight players here this weekend.
Yep.
So we've got Robbo here again. I think he's playing Knights again.
He's not. He's brought Quins.
Ah, okay.
So he's currently we've got Jay from Mohawk Miniatures against Robbo at round 2. Jay with his Knights against Robbo with his Quins, I believe. Or has he got his Mini Knights? I can't tell. We're looking over now. We're trying to work it out.
I think he's got Knights.
We're literally working it out as we're here.
Robbo playing.
Yeah, it is Harlequins. Yeah,
you're right then. Right, okay. Cool. Yeah, so he'll be at the top probably with Harlequins. Probably Necron still.
Yeah. Just for how well they play the missions. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I think at the top anyway.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it'd be really nice to... I think a good event like this, you do normally see a lot of factions that you expect to be at the top finish at the top because it's a 6-rounder. But it'd be nice to see a bit of a curveball in there, you know what I mean? I'd love to see maybe a Blood Angels do well if possible, yeah?
Hello.
I'd like to see Blood Angels do well. So
There we go. Also, one for Tom, who won the Skeleton Beauty contest.
Who is this meant to be a joke from Ross?
No, mate, no.
Oh, is it? Okay. I don't know who won the skeleton.
Nobody.
Oh, Ross.
Get it? Because it's a skeleton.
Ross. I'm slow clapping for Ross
It's
with
a
one hand.
joke.
Bedad.
Bedad, yeah. Bad dad.
Bum bum bum. There you go. Well done, Ross. Proud of you, buddy. Well done.
So why don't we, while we were letting these guys think about their movement, have we got time for an update?
Should we have an update from In the Nick of Time?
You look very scared. Let's cut over to Nick, who's going to tell us all about what's happening. Because this is table 1.
Are you ready,
but there's
Nick?
like 30 tables to go over, so let's go over it.
Indeed ready, Tom. So, just been nosing around the beginning of round 2 opener. We've got some interesting matchups happening. On table 3, we have an Armiger list versus a War Dog list. Who's going to win? At the moment, it's 1 for 1. They both lost one of them. We'll see who actually comes out on top when it comes to points. Mikey's coming over to adjust the camera, try and get my best angle because he knows everyone is tuning in just for me, not for him. On table 9, we have a sisters mirror match where they've both got quite stuck in. The Zephyrim are pretty much battling out in the center of the table. It's become a meat grinder already this early into the round. On table 31, we also have a Nid mirror match, of which the opening turn involved a super smite from the Hive Tyrant who pretty much blasted one of the Carnifexes to death, rolling, I believe he said it was a 14 he'd managed, and max damage on the mortal wounds. On table 5, we have Nids versus Necrons. The Nid list is pretty much a swarm of Gargoyles and Harridans, and they're swooping down on the Necrons as we speak. Over on table 28, we have Iron Hands versus Tau. It's a good opener for the Iron Hands so far. They've already managed to knock out 2 Sky Rays and a Devilfish, but now they need to suffer the opening firepower of the Tau's turn 1. And then finally, on table 13, this will be the most interest to everyone, especially Tom, is our Astra Militarum versus Thousand Sons, almost a Tomb Kings then. The reason being is they're all parked in a corner, and it's parking that Tom would be so envious of. But that's me in the nick of time. See you later.
Thank you so much, Nick, for that fantastic update. What a legend.
Do you know something? I want more Nick. More Nick in my life. That's the rule, okay?
I don't want a nick of time. I want a whole load of time.
Yeah.
With Nick.
I want to spend time with Nick. That's what it is. Okay.
Exactly.
So, what a guy.
So welcome back. Obviously, Nick giving us loads of updates from the rest of the Goonhammer Open, which we're watching live. This is table 1 currently. Tyranids versus Custodes. What did we see? Tyranids. Shuffle time, turn 1. Doing a shuffle, doing the crab walk, doing the crab rave all over the board.
They were waiting for the big bug to be like, you can go now, you can go and play out now. And they were like,
lollipop
oh, please,
lady. The lollipop lady of Tyranids.
Yeah,
the big
literally.
bugs.
And it would just be the Parasite of Mortrix with a flag that's like, right, go! You know
go,
what I mean?
go. In retaliation, Tom.
George with his Custodes.
With all of his Custodes, flew out with all of his bikes and went, I'm going to kill that Tyrannofex.
Yeah.
And then didn't.
And then Tyrannofex with like 17 wounds left just went, what?
Sound, mate.
You know
Sound,
what I mean?
pal.
Yeah,
no problem. So obviously, now we're in George's turn.
No, Tom's turn 2.
For some reason, our overlay's upside down. It's awfully annoying.
Damn, that is annoying.
I know.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But we're in Tom's turn.
Yeah.
There we go. It's his. Obviously, he's playing the turns. He's just going in the psychic phase now, casting a bunch of smites. Managed to kill a couple of bikes, a couple of custodian bodies.
Yeah, there's a custodian guard that should be taken off objective 5 there as well.
Exactly.
Looks like there's a lot of Raveners and some gargoyles coming down on them as well.
Yeah, so we've lost a lad there. We've lost a bike in the middle. And they're definitely whittling them down as they work are.
Yeah.
So I think there's just a Neurophrope left to go.
This would be a big turn for Tom, because if Tom can clear the things off the objectives and stand there, that means that George will have already lost a good amount of his army that he's going to put out to play, and then have to retaliate as well. You know what I mean? And push him back even further. And the thing that I like about how Tom's played this is he's put some Raveners and some of his weaker Gargoyles and Termagants out, and he still has stuff, left at the back to then go back on for turn 3. Yeah, he's not bothered if he loses that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
Meh, you know? So
Synapse will keep it all around for a long time. So, so that's it. That's it for sidekicks. Let's go into shooting now, and let's let the play take over.
So he is on, pretty sure Exocrine's on middle bracket now. Still. Let me double check though. Yeah, he brackets on one blow. That's why it wasn't worth doing the CP. Okay, so he'll put all of his shots into those bikers there. So 6 plus D3 shots. 7 shots. So 4s into 3s. Yep. There we go. So that's 4 AP, 4 damage 3. So.
So 2 gold through, so 3 damage each, just kills 1 bite.
Yep. They're actioning, so they can't do anything. They're not doing anything. These guys have put all of their shots into. What toughness are these guys, the bikers?
6.
6. And their toughness 5. 20, 14, 10. They should die. I'm going to put 3 of them into the bikers and 1 of them into the guys. So into the guys. The 3s into 4s. Sorry. So 1, AP2. So 4 up. Yeah, into the.
So it'll actually be a 2 up still because he's in cover and he gets +1 for his shield.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, 2 up, 7 up, so. Yep.
Cool. And then 9 shots into your bikers.
Yep.
These dice are so big. 3s into 5s.
Yep.
One. At AP2. Did you turn it off?
Okay. So what was it, sorry?
1 at AP2.
1 AP2 into those bikes. 4 up. Nope, how much damage?
1.
1, he's down to 4 wounds left.
Which suits the heavy venom cannon that's coming next. These guys are going to put same split. 1 into the guys and 3 into. Actually, no, I've already got the split down, so I don't want to anymore. So they'll put everything into those guys.
All right.
So 12 shots into them. So 3s into 4s.
Yep.
Less good roll. And 4s.
3.
3, maybe 2. So that's a 3 up because you're in cover.
Yep. 3 3-ups. All good.
Cool. This guy then.
Yep.
Everything into them. So we'll put the 8 shots first.
Yep.
He's not bracketed yet, so still hitting on 3s because it's an assault weapon.
Yep.
So 3s and then it's strength 5, so 5s.
Okay.
AP 1. Damage 1. And then
5s. 1, 2. 2 AP 1. 2 3-ups.
Yep.
How much damage are these?
1.
Right, fine.
Then 6 plus D6 auto hits. 8. So strength 6, so 4s.
Yep.
So that's 4. AP 3, damage 2.
3. 4 4-ups. 1 goes through, so 2 damage.
Yep.
Down to 1 wound left.
Have you got a fallback and fallback and stuff?
I can fall back, shoot, and charge depending on how many CP I want to spend.
Fair enough. This guy is going to put his 3 shots into those.
Yep.
So 3s to hit, strength 9. So 3s into 3s.
3s, yep.
I don't think I'm going to reroll one of these, but we'll have a go.
I'm okay with that.
Fuck's sake. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you've got enough for an interrupt. Forgot about that bit. Shit. Oh well. So charge phase then.
Yep.
These guys into them.
Yep. Oh, they're definitely in. Yep. Oh, they love it.
Okay. And then those guys charge into them.
Yep.
They're in as well. So because there's only 2 of you now, and I have 1 obsec model on there, I count as 5.
Okay, cool.
So it's my objective again.
Yep.
And then I'm going to charge con effects into them.
Yep.
I don't know if a 5 will do it. A 5 will not do it.
CP it.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
An interesting
Probably
one,
not.
because the bikes aren't
Only got
that
2
good on the,
CP.
when they've not charged. And it's only got the Tyranids effects there to fight. And the bikes will go first, but will the Tyranids effects die? Probably not.
No. I think the one thing is that you want to capitalize on the fact that the bikes are pinned there. Bikes don't like staying in combat.
Yeah,
So if you can
exactly.
pile more into them, it just bogs them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can fall out and shoot, but like they're gonna have to pay CP to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So
he has
it's
a
just
command points to do it, right? So he has a command point. Oh, is he going to re-roll anyway?
Giving
Wrong way.
yourself CP.
To make me -1 to hit as well.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm putting the shields together.
That's over here.
Assuming
That's the
shield wall.
Raveners going in now.
Okay.
So
that's
Raveners
10,
are really,
20
really
attacks.
good.
Yep.
So let's see how they go.
10, 15, 20. So -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So 4s and then -1 to wound or transhuman?
No, transhuman, yeah, so fours and fours.
Okay. Right, do what you do. A lot of 3s. That was a good CP. And 4s. Better.
Oh, that was less good CP. How many? 6? 7? 6, yeah. 3.
So if you can fail 4 of those, that would be great.
AP 4, did you say?
Yes.
6 4 pinballs. Failed 3. So 1 dead, 1 on 1 wound.
Yep.
Let's basically just move that along.
And we'll just lock him in.
Then, yeah, I am going to spend 2 CP. Actually, no, sorry, 1 CP, because I'm on an objective, so I'll spend 1 CP to interrupt here.
Okay.
It's a Custodes specific
Sure.
strat. Yeah, so... Hang on, so you've got to consolidate 3, or pile in 3 then to get to...
The nearest guy.
Yeah, there. I mean, I'll hit myself, out of the range, I think, but he's going to die anyway. So, 8, oh wait, no, wrong dice. 8 attacks, hitting on 2s. What toughness are you?
Sorry?
What toughness are you?
I'm -1 to hit, but I'm toughness 5.
-1 to hit, toughness 5, okay.
So 2s miss.
Okay, and I'm going to Emperor's Chosen that. Yep, and then 4s then, strength 5.
3.
3 AP2.
Okay, so 3 6-ups.
Yep.
Nothing. So 1 is down to 1 wound.
Good job, guys.
Okay, so no strats on these ones,
Yep.
so I'll be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 10. So 3s into 3s. That's 6 again. Sorry, 4. Didn't I got 6 last time with all the strats and 6 this time.
So kills that one, and then the other's on 2 wounds left.
Yep.
So that one Sagittarium, slowly but surely.
So I'm just trying to try point him as well.
Oh, yeah.
Can at all. So in theory now, he ain't leaving.
Yep. Cool. And then it's me to fight first turn?
Yep, you fight that, but no rerolls because you didn't charge. Or is it no plus one?
No plus one to wound, I still get the rerolls though.
Yeah.
But he's still T8, so 5s.
Yep.
6, 8 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Reroll in the 1s because the captain's nearby. Yep. Wounding on 5s. And our Emperor's chosen that one. And still good for 5. 5 AP3. Yeah.
4 up him. I fail 3.
So 6 damage.
I shrug 3.
And then 2 Misericordia attacks.
Down to 10.
Both hit. 2 wounds, AP2. Yeah, I'm rolling hot now.
Clearly. Why am I bothering with this? I'm going to fail one of these anyway. So 2 of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Fail 1. 5 up shrug. Damage 1.
Damage 1, yeah. Oh, there you go, good.
Right.
See, all the searching for the 10 wasn't in vain.
Yeah. So he's still top bracket. So 3s into 3s. Nice. Good start. Good start. Fine start. 3 AP 1 damage 2.
3 AP 1 damage 2. So 3 3-ups.
Right. They're 2 damage a pop.
Yeah, so kills 1 and 1's on 1 wound.
Woohoo!
Good job, guys.
Oof, triple 1 on the saves for Custodes is not fun.
I'm about to say, if there's a rule you don't want, it's that, right? Jesus Christ, yeah. I think again, losing those bikes into a Tyrannofex that is still on its top bracket, you needed a better return from that, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the guys are just about to work out the. I think they're just trying to tot up some points for this round.
So they're just trying to work out the score now for direct assault, etc. So not a bad turn from Tom. He's like managed to push out. He's managed to hold them bikes up. There's still 1 alive, so it could fly off, come back in, but it's only on 1 wound because he failed all their saves.
And you're not really going to invest CP into stuff like maneuver and shoot and stuff like that, which you're not, because for 1 you're just not going to get the return.
Yeah.
So
and obviously, as you were just saying something really interesting about this combat, Tom.
yeah, I was. So he, so George spent really heavily on these. He transhumored them.
Yeah. Turn off rerolls.
Yeah, and turned off rerolls as well. And what's ended up happening is that he's ended up leaving himself with 1 custodian guard left off the objective, and it's basically given an opportunity for the Raveners to just trap him. Yeah,
because he's alive and he's been wrapped now, so now he can't shoot.
So yeah, I mean, he's probably got a Sentinel Blade so he can shoot into the Raveners in combat, but the problem is that nothing else can now deal with those Raveners unless they're going to charge in, and he doesn't really want to be. He needs to go in that direction for the objective, but he doesn't want to be dealing with like the Raveners. He wants to be dealing with some other stuff. Those Raveners are now a huge nuisance.
Yep.
And in my opinion, that was probably not the right play. I think what George should have done, and again, it's only turn 2, so let's not worry. But George should have ignored objective 1, and he should have swung the unit from objective 1 to objective 5 with the other custodian guard squad.
Consolidated on there.
Yeah, those Raveners and Gargoyles wouldn't have been able to deal with them. Simple as that. The problem is that they haven't still dealt with that squad, but they've now used that squad as a bit of a defense for them as well. So it's a bit of a
for sure.
Been an interesting turn 2 there. So we'll have to see what happens for George's turn 2 now as well.
Yeah. So George looked like going really aggressive, but not scoring, taking hold again. They'll do that in a minute, I'm sure.
They're just
really
so excited to play Warhammer that they're forgetting to actually score the points.
Taking that objective, but also, no, they're not obsec anymore, are they?
What? Sorry.
The bikes.
No, the bikes aren't.
Well, you can fall back and shoot this turn, which is probably going for the Noah throw.
Yeah.
But he's using Rendax and he's using the other one where you can be a different shield host for a turn.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. So going quite aggressive with it, which is quite interesting.
Yep. I would just say that I think Custodes are really toolboxy. They really are. So, like you said, swapping shield hosts, a great combination of stratagems, or using the karates to your best effect, to better effect. For example, the karate to deal with monsters. If he's taken that one, he's actually going to be really powerful in this. Yeah,
he's going double Rendax this turn, I think.
Yeah,
6s to hit, auto wound.
Yep.
Monsters.
So,
but what he's allowed Tom to do is piecemeal him a little bit, which is that you don't want. You know what they say about Custodes? # shield wall.
Yes.
Grab a shirt, hellstormwargaming.com.
You need a united front, a golden united front up. We're going to walk
forward. They did
forward.
it in 300 and that worked. Just keep doing that. War Corp is a wall and go like that. If you can piecemeal, You can attack sides of the army, you know, take an odd unit here, an odd unit there. It just falls apart, you know? Like Jenga.
Literally.
Exactly
and also,
like Jenga.
you need to maximize your outcome of your strats. And, like, when you've got a unit of one guy here, two guys here because they've been weakened everywhere, you're like, instantly your return is just less and less and less. Now, Custodes are still strong. They'll last on an objective for ages. They will. But you'll just feel like you're getting less out of your squads and your units because one's dead, two's dead.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to go and tell them to update the score.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I'll keep chat busy. All right. Hey, chat. How are we? Genuinely hope you're having a lovely Saturday, everyone. Are you doing any Warhammer this weekend? Or are you just jumping in while you've got a quick 5 or 10 minutes away from the family, the friends? Let us know. We'd love to give you a bit of a shout out. If you're liking what you're seeing, you can always give us a quick like on the stream. Give us a cheeky wink in the chat. I love it when you drop a winky emoji with us. And if you're feeling extra generous and you're really liking the coverage, become a member. We love green names. Green names make me and Mikey get excited in our pants. So
I do. Or if you can't be bothered to do that, just like the stream.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
20 likes, we can get 60 likes,
yeah,
surely.
Exactly, yeah. Just do that for us, please, all right? Obviously, Auric Mortalis as well. Quite a strong secondary for George on this one because if he gets that Maleceptor, which is currently buried, hidden in that building.
It is, yeah.
But it stops Tom playing aggressive with that Maleceptor. That could be 15 points simply by killing it in combat.
Yeah.
And doing it when the Maleceptor is out of your deployment zone. So.
But the problem is the Maleceptor can cast powers and then do mortal wounds to anything within 12. No line of sight needed.
Yep. He can just hide there for the rest of the game.
A little mortal wound charge bomb and just throwing out mortal wounds to just hide in the building. So. This is a nice thing about the U shapes. You can do that with monsters. So.
If he gets an opportunity though, I would be tempted to try and throw in 3 bikes and just pray that you roll well. Like 3 bikes. Powered up, they can do some damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
+1 to
sure.
wounds. So we'll have to see.
So let's cut to the players and let them carry on. We are in the shooting phase now. So let's see what George can do in response.
So for these two, I'm going to fire 1 into that guy, 1 into the Carnifex. So the 1 into the Carnifex, hitting on a 2. Yep.
Wounding on a 4.
Wound. 6 up. Nope. Okay. So D3 plus 2. So 3 damage. Down to 2. Okay. Right. So then.
The 1 into the Trinifex.
So hang on. Oh yeah, the 1 into that one. Yep.
So minus 1 to hit.
Hits.
And then wounding on a 5.
There you go.
4 up. Failed it.
D3 plus 3. 6 damage.
I shrugged 3 of them. So he's down to 7.
Okay. Oops, sorry. So it's a 24. Okay. So is that over the Exocrine base?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
So 24.
There.
Okay. So okay. So in which case I can't see because I'm just out with that 1 bike.
All right.
So these 2 are going to go into. No. Is this silly to do it that way? Yes, but let's do it anyway. So I'm going to go for 1 into this guy, 1 into the Carnifex, 1 into the Exocrine.
Okay.
This is such a stupid way to do it. So the 1 into the Carnifex.
Yep.
Hitting on a 2.
Yep.
Yep. Wounding on a 4.
Yep.
Wounds. So the 6 up save.
Nope.
So D3 plus 2. 3 damage.
Does he blow up? No.
Oh. Okay, the 1 into the Exocrine, hitting on a 2.
And on a 3.
3, oh, either way.
Yep.
Hit wounding on a T8.
So 4.
4s. 1 wound.
2 up, so 6 up.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get the invul anymore. Yeah. D3 plus 3. 5 damage.
He's dead. Does he blow up? Nope.
Then the 1 into the Tyrannifex.
So 3's to hit.
Yep. Empress chosen that because I've still somehow not. Okay, either way. Yeah.
You've rolled very well so far,
Yeah.
so that was nice of you to actually fail one. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's see. So I fired him, fired those, fired the. So I fired all the bikes. It's just onto these guys. So let's go for. Actually, so this guy is going to fire his big spear into. He's actually, yeah, oddly, he's going to fire everything into the gaunts.
Okay, they're -1 hit.
They are -1 hit.
Yeah, dense.
Yep. Dense?
Yeah, Jormungandr.
Oh, of course, yeah, sorry, yeah. So hitting on a 3 with the spear. This is.
Yep.
2 hits. Wounding on a 2. 2 wounds, AP 2.
6 ups.
Hey! So just goes 1, and then 4 shots with the Lastrum. Freeze. Reroll the 1 for Trajan, and I'll Emperor's Chosen the other. Oh, that's my 6.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So reroll 1 for Trajan, and then Emperor's Chosen the other. Okay, and then 3s. Reroll 1 for Trajan.
Oh, Trajan. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So 3 AP 1.
So 3 5 ups.
2 more dead.
Yep. I need to measure this though. Is that over that guy?
Pardon?
Is that 6 over here?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Cool. Right. So that was that one. So this guy is going to fire his big spear into the guy right in front. And yeah, big spear into that one, and he's going to fire the like the Lastrum stuff into the gargoyles over there.
Okay. So he'll be -1 hit to the gargoyles, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, easy.
Yep. Actually, thinking on it, no, I'm just going to fight everything into the gargoyles. I want those gargoyles dead. Okay. So hitting on a 2 for the spear. Thankfully, he rerolls 1s because he's next to Trajan. There we go, 2 hits, then 2s to wound. 2 AP 2. Then 4 shots with Lastrum. So that one's a miss. I guess I'll Emperor's Chosen 1 and the other rerolls the 1 for Trajan. Okay, 3 hits, then 3s. Yep, 2 wounds, AP 1. Yep, I mean, Trajan might as well fire 1 shot.
Yep.
He's Warlord trait, lets him reroll 1s. Yep, gets a hit. This is into gargoyles as well. Yep. Doesn't wound, Emperor's Chosen that. 1 wound, AP 1. Okay. Cool. So then we're looking at. Oh, I've still not fired that bike, have I?
Yep.
So I guess I'll fire it into the dude right in front of him. So 1 shot, hitting on a 2. Hits. Wounding on a toughness 4.
Yep, hits. Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, so 3s. Yep, wounds.
He's fine.
It's fine. I think that is all my shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So charges.
Yep.
So let's go for these guys. Are going to go for a charge into the gargoyles.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. I'll be CPing that. 7, does that get
That'll definitely do it. Yeah, easy.
Okay, cool.
Easy.
Yeah, so just going to go there. Like that. Then we've got Achilles thread number 1 is going to go in.
Hold on, wait. He's T8 or 7?
T7 for the dread.
T7, and he's -1 damage.
-1 damage, yeah. 2 up armor, 5 up pinball, 6 up shrug.
And how many wounds?
9.
Yeah, right. Carry on.
Right. So 7.
Yep.
Yep, he's going to go there. Then, I guess, unit of.
Yep.
Yep. Achilles thread's also going to go in. Other Achilles that is. 5 might not be enough. Oh, 5 to get within the inch, I think. If I go in a straight line, you check though.
Yeah, if you go straight, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just guns in the way, but it's, yeah. Then Trajan's going to go try and get a big charge.
That is not a big charge.
It's not a big charge.
No, I don't think that's going to do it. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't know, I've got faith that somehow those 2 dreads are going to take him down. Okay, so this one's charging into the Raveners.
They would?
Yep. Yeah, oh, that's the charge I needed on Trajan, but yeah, so he's in that. And let's see. I think that is all my charges. Oh, no, it isn't. That guy's charging into Psycho. Yeah, he's in. Cool. So, do you have CP to interrupt? You do.
I do.
Okay, so let's go for... I'll go for Achilles number 1 over here.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 attacks. Actually, wait. Are they in Trajan lane? Yeah, I think they're both in. That one definitely is. The other one is very tight. Wait, so... Yeah. Yeah, he's just out, isn't he? Or is he just in?
I think he's just in.
Okay. So I'll go for the one that's furthest that way.
Yep. Which one? This one?
This one, sorry.
This one, okay.
I mean, it's exactly the same, but...
Strength what?
Strength 14.
Okay. Transnits.
Transnits. Cool. So 2s.
Wait, hold on. Wait. How many attacks?
5.
5 attacks. Hitting them 2s.
Yeah.
How many dice damage?
D3 plus 3.
It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, is it? 5, half and half. Yeah, I'll do it. We'll risk it.
All right. So he misses twice, but Trajan gives him the rerolls once. Okay. And then, so you did or didn't transnits?
I did.
4s. Empress chosen one of those. So that's 2.
Yep.
AP 3.
4 up in vault. No, he's fine.
Yep. Then are you interrupting? Oh no, you've not got CP now. So then I'll go for the other Achilles. 2s. Yep, all hit. Empress chosen one of those. So 2 more. There we go.
3 plus D3. Yeah, he's definitely dead then, isn't he?
Do the CP reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So D3 plus 3. He takes 6. So he's got 1 wound left.
He takes, he shrugs 2, so he's got 3 wounds left.
Cool.
How is that Tyranids still alive?
I love that Tyranids, right? Okay. T8.
It's been so good.
A truckload of wounds. He's got Catalyst on for a 5+ shrug. Yeah. It is just...
It's absorbed his entire army 3 turns in a row.
4+ invulnerable save. It is literally, like we were just describing, it's like the Bug Knight, isn't it? Like, it really is, you know?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. He's just rolling so well on them 4-ups. It's so tough. It's just really struggling to get through it. So, fair play.
I think it's one of those where, like, sticking it out in the middle like that has given George a target, and it is doing its job of, like, buffing against it. The problem is that George had such a good shooting phase against everything else. The Exocrine's gone.
Yeah.
He's starting to chip away at some of the...
great shooting phase. He's just killing some Raveners now, but he had a really great shooting phase. Like, just shot everything. It just, like, murdered it. And it's like, even, like, as we say, we maybe misplayed that first turn, went a bit aggressive. It's actually paying off quite well because he's been able to kill everything that he's needed to.
Yep.
It's just these Raveners and the other Raveners on this side, the ones just here, are the issue.
Yep.
So these ones, they're a bit of a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
But we'll see how he gets on with it. But he's done really well this turn.
I think his problem is that if he dies in... he'll get... The Raveners will get to fight first, yeah?
Yeah.
And if the Raveners kill it and then get to consolidate 3, they can start pushing objective 4 with the process. They've only got some Sisters of Silence on there, you know what I mean? And you're like... That's when you have to start dedicating stuff backwards, and that becomes a bit annoying then, doesn't it?
That's a pain. So this is the shield captain just fighting again, because obviously it's got the warlord trait, spear of the emperor, or whatever it's called, tip of the spear, tip of the emperor's spear.
Well, no, so tip of the spear is reroll 1s on to hit, 1s to wound on charging. That's the upgrade. If
What's
you know
the
what
one way if you don't do damage you can attack again?
I will trip. Is this on the
shield captain? You should know this.
I think I will tell you shortly. You just fill with chat and tell them how amazing they are. All right.
The 4+ Invon is from the Dermic Symbiosis, which is an upgrade for a monster. So,
Auric Exemplar.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Just the tip-in, that's what it's called.
Yeah. What, just the tip-in?
Just the tip-in,
yeah. You've always just got to put the tip-in, because then no babies are made, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
exactly.
Auric Exemplar, obviously superior creation, so it has a 5+ shrug himself as well. So, again, Shield Captain on Donigo Jetback is still a bugger to deal with.
Elite. Yeah, for sure.
Really is, you know?
So, he's managed to kill all those gargoyles, so he's managed to kill not only lots of the big monsters, but lots of the little stuff that's going to be grabbing objectives. So, the Raveners are really fast, but everything else isn't that fast.
Yeah.
Everything else is a little bit slow.
Yeah.
No Hive Tyrant.
Nope.
No Carnifexes knocking about. They're annoying.
Yep.
But you know, he's kind of happy. He's kind of happy right now.
The problem is as well, like we've said, we were just saying, like the toughness of the guns for Tom is not good. Like once the big bugs are gone, once the acid spray is gone, once the exocrine's gone, he's messing with sort of strength 4, strength 5 guns, and against a lot of toughness 6 bikes, you're gonna have to start rolling high and hoping for the best, you know. So again, psychic is his main output. Emperor's chosen defense against that. I think it's an uphill one for Tom. This it really is.
Yeah, exactly. So really good retaliation from George. Really impressed. Really impressed. This is why it's interesting, because I think this list is like funky. It's very toolboxy, the Tyranid list. But the Custodes are also quite good. So
yeah, for sure, yeah.
So we're just going to fight back with like the Raveners into the Shield Captain, for example.
Yep. 2, AP2.
2 4
AP4 even.
Fine.
Yeah.
Then over there.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll do them first. Should have done them first.
Oh yeah, because it's technically me to fight. Yeah. Yeah, Tom, it's technically me fighting there.
Sorry?
It's technically me fighting there now.
Yeah.
So I've only got 3 attacks, but yeah.
I got a little bit tilted by the 3-ups.
2s.
3s.
3s, Emperor's chosen that. Nope. Then toughness 5.
Yep.
3s. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, there we go. And I'm not spending CP, I'm keeping him.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. 3s into 3s.
Yep.
Can't believe I've full on like just ignored them. Well, get lucky sometimes, I guess. And then 3s.
Yep.
So that is 6, 9. AP4 damage 1.
6, 9 AP4 damage 1. Yeah, he's gone.
Whew. Your bikes are obsec, right?
No, they're not. They just cast 2 models.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess it's this guy's fight over here. So 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
3s.
Oh yeah, 3. Sorry, I'll remember it at some point. 3s. I don't know why I'm using the wrong dice. I'll switch my own set, but I've just chosen that one.
I'm sorry, they already did.
Okay, anyway, so yeah. So then 3 wounds.
Sorry?
3 wound rolls here, so 4s. Yeah, so 2 AP2.
2 AP2.
Yep.
2 6-ups. Kills them both.
Yep, it's 1 damage each.
We can down 2 wounds, I guess.
Then it's your fight back there.
Yeah, because this is really going to do something now. Does he lose his attacks, or does he just lose weapon skill? Yeah, so 5s. 4 attacks though. Put on the one on the left, why not? Left 3s into...
Which one?
5s into... This guy into him.
That one, yep.
T7?
T7, yep.
4s into... 5s into 4s.
5s and 4s, cool.
4s. AP1?
AP1, 3 up. Nope. How much
damage 1.
Damage 1. 6 up. Nope, so he's down to 8 wounds left.
Okay.
Cool.
Shit. Okay. My turn?
Yeah, so end turn scoring.
How easy.
So there you go. That's the end of turn 2 for George. What a great turn. A great retaliation after that.
I think we know how Tom felt. I think we know how Tom felt after that turn, didn't we?
Well, shit. Yeah, great turn. Managed to kill a whole lot. Raveners, one of the units is struggling now in the Shield Captain in the top left on Objective 1. Obviously, the unit in the right is having a great time. Going to eat some bikes by the looks of it, which is not good for George.
Yep.
But it's an interesting one, I think. An interesting one.
I think a big swinger for what's going to happen next in Tom's turn, going into turn 3, is that the brain bug is target priority number 1 for George, yeah? How does he play his own brain bug then?
Yeah,
knowing, like, I think that next turn, George will be able to get in on that brain bug somehow. Like, does he pull it back and try and get it far away?
That Tyrant effect has hooked it, hopefully, this turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not going to bother casting Catalyst on it now, and it'll fall over. And then the Dreadnoughts can literally just walk around and get it. The bikes can fly over and get it, because those Raveners are going to kill you into bikes.
Yep.
But they're probably going to go for the ones on Objective 5. They're not going to go for Objective 3 in the middle, because that's where Trajan is, where the 2 Dreadnoughts are. That'd be just like feeding the Raveners away. So that means the bikes can then go, right, we're going to fly over and charge the Maleceptor.
Yeah.
So that also has a 4+ in one.
It does, yeah. And it's not easy to go down, but that's a 15-point swing. Like, that's the thing that, like, if I'm Tom, he's got a really good early start on the VPs. He needs to just keep racking them up, doing what he needs to do. He needs to, now the characters are all over the board, get that psychic interrogation off with the neuro throw. Then focus on being in every quarter, doing his R&Ds with his troops before they all get murdered.
Sure.
Rack as many points up and then stop George scoring. George is going to do well in the primary from now.
George has got no prisoners as well, which hasn't been added, so he's falling behind on points, but that's because no prisoners gets added at the end in most games. So what's interesting, some funky tech. What he did was he used the swarm stratagem to bring models back.
Right.
And that's done at the start of the command phase. So what he did, he brought D3+3 model Termagants back onto the battlefield, but then at the end of the command phase, you score primary, hold 1, hold 2, hold more. So what he did was he brought models back, took the objective back from George, objective 1, by bringing those models back into that unit, and then scored primary. So
which is a fantastic order, right?
Nice little bit of tech. Things like reanimation, resurrection orb from Necrons, this stratagem. There's the Poxwalker stratagem. There's loads of stratagems that bring models back. All done at the start of the command phase. And the scoring for hold 1, hold 2 is at the end of the command phase, which is very crucial.
It is, yeah. Very good.
So a little bit of tech piece for you there, chat. If you got any stratagems that you add models back in, you can do that before you score primary.
Well, that's the thing. That has helped Tom now. Taken hole's looking healthy for him, yeah?
Yeah, 20 points. Halfway there, right? 24 in the primary out of 45. Really good.
I'd argue that if by turn 4, he can maybe add another 10 to that, somewhere around that. That's where I think he should aim to be, And then I think he will maybe start crumbling away if George has another really good turn off the back of this one.
Yeah, he will.
Play his secondaries well, Tom, and he'll score in the 70s, 80s, and that'll put the pressure on George to have to deal with the brain bug, because that's a massive 15-point swing. There's no beating around the bush.
2 secondaries that George hasn't touched yet, which is why Tom's climbing ahead. He's obviously got a very good primary score, but the real reason he's climbing ahead is because he's got 2 secondaries that are both on 0 right now, but they can just flip over so quickly. So like 15, 20, like 10, 15, sorry. So he's R&Ding again. And
also, like, that brain bug, the Maleceptor, like, the problem is that if he runs a Maleceptor back and George still kills it, it's basically guaranteed 15 points, If he put the Maleceptor in George's deployment zone, or near the deployment zone, denies him 5, so you sometimes are a bit like, do I run him forward and be like, are you going to kill him anyway? Fine, I'll just give you less points for it. Or do I just retreat and hope that everything else can, like... I know I feel like I'm putting a lot on the Maleceptor, but it's a 15-point swing. It's huge, right?
Exactly.
So,
he has brought him out. Brought his head out to play. There it is.
Oh, pop
his ugly head. Ugly brain head.
Oh, it is an ugly bug, that one, isn't it? Yeah.
They were so fun, though. I've paid to one of those before. Really fun. Yeah.
On the scale of ugly bugs, do you know the face huggers from Alien?
Yeah. Huh?
You know the face huggers from Alien?
You're an ugly bug, yeah?
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Do you know the face huggers from Alien?
Yeah.
They're like ranked number 1 ugly bug. I would then put the Maleceptor at number 2. All right, just in the world of ugly bugs. Okay.
Well, they only have a really tiny face. It's mostly just shell.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Xenomorph, I guess. It's all head, no face.
Yeah.
So, but what we'll do...
Can we go to our third ugly bug, which is Nick Lambon?
We'll go to the third ugly bug, who's going to tell us all about the rest of the event, because we've got Nick, who's going to tell us all about it in just a nick of time.
Hello, Warhammer 40,000 fans. We've got some updates from around the tables in round 2. So, we've gone back over to table 3, where we had the Armiger versus War Dog off. It looks like the War Dogs are going to win this one. The Imperials have lost almost half their Armigers at this point in the game. Over on table 10, we've got the Blood Angels versus the Sisters of Battle. Apparently, Death Company charged turn 1, killed a Rhino, Repentia, and a Retributor squad for only a loss of 3 of their number. So they appear to be doing quite well in that game. On table 11, we've got Chaos Space Marines, the Emperor's Children army. We're led by Abaddon versus Tau, and at the moment Abaddon is making a mad dash over no man's land in the center of the battlefield. We'll be checking back to see if he does survive and manage to kill some of those pesky Tau. Over on table 20, we have the Ultramarines versus Iron Hands. Unfortunately, it's not another good game for the Ultramarines player. They've already lost 2 of their Redemptors all the way on turn 1. I don't fancy their chances, bless them. On table 27, we've got the Blood Angels versus the Thousand Sons. The first assassin I've actually seen at this event, he's taken a Calixis, the Blood Angels player, so this is a perfect matchup, and apparently the Thousand Sons players is having great difficulty trying to get his powers off. On table 29, we have Death Guard versus Nids. This one I quite like. I've put a picture up on Twitter of this that Mikey shared. There's a horde of Plague Zombies versus a horde of Gaunts, and they have just clashed in the center of the battlefield. On table 30, we have our Deathwatch army, the Bike Army list, versus Nids, but it's not looking good for the Bike player, the Deathwatch player. They've already lost 19 of them in turn 1. On table 24, we have a reenactment of that popular film, Pacific Rim. We have the Grey Knights with 4 Dread Knights versus the Nid list with 10 Carnifexes. But it looks like the Jaegers are doing quite well against the Kaiju because half of them are already dead at the end of turn 2. And then over on table 28, the Iron Hands are doing really well against the Tau player. End of turn 2, all models for the Tau army on the board are dead. There's only the reserves left, a couple of Piranhas, a unit of Christ suits, and the commander, and that's it. I don't fancy their chances. But that's me in a nick of time. See ya.
There you go. Thank you so much, Nick. What a fantastic update from all around the Goonhammer Open Halloween Havoc.
I love Nick's updates.
I think he's great.
I think we should sponsor Nick's updates. Like, you know what I mean? Do you know, like when you like TV adverts like weather sponsored with? Yeah, we should get a really crap sponsor like Babe Station. Yeah,
Babe Station.
Nick sponsored by Babe Station. Yeah, just Nick sponsored by Love Honey. Get your vibrators today. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yes.
So,
Mikey
was just like,
sorry,
nope.
I just froze then. So thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I said this is round 2 of the Goonhammer Open. I think there's a rules question, that's all.
Mikey is on it like a carp on it, but we are turn 3 now of round 2. We've got Tom and George. They're part of the same Wargaming club, which is called the Sanguine Spanners, I believe. So they've come all the way here to play a big old game, and they've ended up playing each other. So looks like that. I would argue that George is probably in the ascendancy right now, just through his epic turn 2 shooting, salvo launches for days. Lots of Lastrum bolters from the Achilles Dreads, and yeah, I think he managed. You know, I think the Exocrine going down, the big bug in the middle with the acid spray nearly going down again. I think it's put Tom bit on the back foot. So we'll have to see. Again, lots of psychic coming in, but Emperor's Chosen. Does the Forbless deny? Bit of an uphill battle, but we will see what happens. Welcome back, Sir Michael.
So the question was, the Malicept obviously does mortal wounds when it successfully casts a power on 7 or more. They're just checking the timing of that, because what he's trying to do is smite the bike and then do 3 mortal wounds into the Custodian Dreadnought, which he's about to do.
Right. So the order was it did.
You resolve the power, then it does an additional mortal wound to the closest unit.
It's like a separate
12.
step. It's like a mini step within the
That's
within the
just
activation.
Working out. We're sure if it was at the same time, if it was when the power when the power's rolled. Just double checking when that was.
Then it was a bit like it was basically stopping it spilling over. If it wasn't a different step, it was effectively going to all of that would have gone onto the bike, right? Is that what we were trying to say?
The question was whether it would just go into the bike. So what you do is for example, if you smite the closest unit and it dies, then the splash damage, what we're calling it, the psychic overload, would go into the next unit that is closest. So.
Yep, I agree. That sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're all enjoying the show. Hope you're all enjoying the setup. We've got obviously Nick, who's been amazing and doing all the updates around the rest of the event. We're using player audio. We've got me and Tom butting in and talking shit over the top.
I mean,
having a great time.
I mean, I'd argue that's the best part.
Yeah, maybe. I'd say so.
Mikey was like, no one wants to watch for us, all right? We don't know anything.
If there's any way we can improve, do let us know.
Yep.
And if you want to support the channel by becoming a member, we just put all the money back into the stream to make it even better, and we do really appreciate it. So,
however, if somebody wants to donate £3 for a beer, I think I'll need it. I'm just saying, just for a beer.
Invested. Beers and cameras.
That's acceptable expenditure. All right.
So we just had the psychic phase. We did a bunch of mortal wounds. We got a very quick shooting phase. We just got the Raveners doing some electric rubber guns.
Oh, nice. Okay, shall we have a look at the table? See what's happening there. Then?
3s into 4, 3s into 5s for the T6.
Yep. What? Jesus. AP 2 was it?
Yes.
4 up. It takes 1. It's down to 1 wound left.
He can't shoot because he's in combat.
Yep.
Charge phase, apparently.
All right.
They're going to charge into them.
Yep. Only just.
Only just. And then the Zoanthrope's going to charge in as well.
Yep.
4. They do not really want to be in combat.
Any other charges?
Surely £3 only buys you
Okay,
half
so
a pint
Hurricane
nowadays.
Function, can I get...
Oh, Organ UK coming through with 4.49. I'll be honest, £3 probably would buy us half a pint, but I'd drink the cheap stuff. So thank you so much, mate. I won't be sharing any of that with Mikey. That is all for me. I might buy myself like a really cheap apple sour shot for like 80 pence in Nottingham tonight, you know, just as a pick-me-up after a big old day of streaming. But thank you so much. Appreciate it, as always, buddy. And hope you're enjoying the content. As always, if there's anything you want to find out from us, let us know. We will aim to please, is the best way to describe it. Thank you, boys. Tom and George are just... I think one of them is just into the bathroom, actually. So we will take a break in play right now. Mikey's going to spill a drink on himself. So welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Organ UK bought me a beer, so I had to say a big up to him. What a guy. He's not bought it for you, he's bought it for me, just so you know. No, it's $4.49. That'll get me a pint.
But don't forget about the YouTube Cup.
YouTube have a rule where if it's stipulated that it's for beer, that it automatically all goes to the person. That,
really?
Like, yeah, that's the thing.
No,
Yeah.
in terms of conditions, I never read that bit.
Have you not? Okay. That's what I've heard, that like now Elon Musk is in charge of Twitter, that everything that comes through Twitter is just beer money.
Ah.
Yeah, that's where he was like, right, forget all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes at Twitter, but free beer money for everyone. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the table. Let's see what's going on. We'll give it back to the boys.
We just got a quick rules check to do while the players work that out. I'm not sure what I'm just trying to work out is that we're looking for.
I'm just checking to... I feel like Custodes have a strat that lets them heroically intervene, but I'm just double checking where...
Is this one heroic intervene on an objective?
Yeah.
Like on CP or something?
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I feel that's what it... But obviously I don't want to do it and just assume. Like, I'm just checking the...
I do think there is one.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Strategy, so it's just, yeah, okay, so it's any Custodes unit can heroically intervene 1 CP.
Yep.
So
Any
Custodes unit, yeah.
Stop giving yourself one.
Yeah, so on a 5 up I get the CP back. I do not. And then the bikes are going to heroically intervene 3 to go forward, shoot you like that.
Very naughty. Getting those bikes into heroic intervention there. Getting basically a free charge because they still got plus 1 to wound when they heroically intervene.
Okay.
That's
so,
right.
Charges first.
Yeah,
charges
so I
first,
believe
yeah.
the bikes
We have no CP to
is
interrupt.
it's charge and heroic intervention that gives them the +1 to wounds. So
Naughty.
that's
naughty.
nice.
Then first.
Yep.
Ravenous going in first.
So 20 attacks.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's 20. So 3s into 4s.
3s and 4s, yep. This is Ravenous over here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Because the other one hasn't charged.
Of course, yeah.
That was not a good roll. Well. And then 4s. So that is 6.
6 AP2.
AP4.
AP4. 4 pinballs. I take 3, 1 damage each, I think.
Yep.
So kills one, one's on 3 wounds left.
Cool.
So that one's dead. That one's dead, and that is on 3 wounds.
Yep.
Cheers. So no interrupt for me, so it's just on to those guys, see if they can plink it off.
I'm going to double check their profile because I, yeah.
They're just double checking the profile of the zone throws. They got a couple of attacks, but they're mainly like a bog.
Who charges zone throws?
No one.
I mean, apparently Tom does. So
now that he charged with the zone throws, he charged in with them.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Who charges zone? Who charges in with zone throws? Yeah.
True.
Sitting on 2s.
3s.
3s, sorry, every time.
Doesn't matter.
All hit anyway. Then 4s.
Yep.
And the Emperor's chosen that one. 1 AP2.
So
he's got 2 left either way, yeah. Yeah, so it's down to 1.
Yep. All right, well, that guy's done. I guess I could go with the Hormagaunts and just try and... What toughness is your...
Toughness 6, 7 wounds, 2 up armor, 4 up pinball, 5 up shrug.
How many's got left? 2.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill that, so we'll just swivel these guys around to be in combat with both of you.
Yep.
Yeah. So to me, that's 2 in him, and then the rest in the other guy.
Yep.
So 2 and 8. So do it the small guy first. 3 attacks pop. Hit on 4s, winning on 5s.
Yep.
Fives. 1.
1.
Yeah.
AP
1.
1, 2, 3 up. Fine.
And then the other 8, so that makes 24.
Yep. Into the bike captain. Yep.
10, 15, 20, 24.
Cool.
4s into 6s.
Yep.
And then 6s. 2. 81.
2 3 ups. So 1 5 up. It's fine. Then I guess I'll go over here next.
Yeah.
So pile that guy in, 3 to get to there, and then pile that guy in so they can all fight.
No rerolls though from charging. Or +1 to wound. +1 to wound.
No +1 to wounds, but they still get all the rerolls.
Yeah.
Wait, unless I've
Fear my -1 to wound.
just double check that one because I'm so used to.
You've been playing it all game. Don't be like that.
Oh no, charge or perform heroic intervention. Yeah. I was going to say again, like I felt like that was the case. I just wanted to absolutely make sure before
No, fair enough.
staying it. Yeah. All right. So 3, 6, 9, 12 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Re-rolling those 1s with Trajan, or that one. So that 6.
Hold on. Are they? Oh yeah.
Yes, that 6 is an auto wound.
Yes.
So then there'll be strength 8 with Rendax, +1 to wounds, so 3s. So re-roll the 1s for Trajan, and I'll re-roll a 2 for Empress Chosen.
Yeah, those rerolls did not help.
There, I just thought, yeah, cool. So we've got 4, 6, 7 AP3.
This Tyranno effect's better fucking die now.
Yeah, he's dead. Is he dead? He's only failed 2. What damage is it?
2.
Oh my lord. Almost survived.
No. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
That's really good for George. Cleared him out in his turn.
Okay.
But now he can, with his turn, now
Rounder
those
over there, I
bikes are
guess.
going to be free to move on and carry on. So
yeah, like that heroic,
priest?
remembering the heroic intervention on an objective has been crucial.
really, really good.
because it's saved him another turn of having to deal with it.
Yep, exactly.
Into that, yeah. So 2 4-ups. He's gone.
Yes. And we'll just
Then I guess, yeah, the only fight left is just my 2 guys, right?
Yep.
Yep. So these gargoyles here, so 6 attacks, 2s, all hit, then 2s, 6 wounds, AP 3.
On
Sorry,
the
gaunts.
hormone.
Yep.
6.
Yep, 6.
They're all dead. 6 are dead.
6 are dead, and then 1 Misericordia. Hits. 1 AP2. So he gets 4 attacks with Auric Exemplar, because he's killed a lot. 2s. Hit. 2s. Actually, no, I just thought he hasn't Empress Chosen one yet, so 3 AP3.
And that's exactly the unit.
Excellent. So is that OBSEC? That Ravner? So that's my objective now.
It counts as 2.
Yep. Okay.
Then it's your.
Oh god, yeah, I've got 4 attacks over there. I'll go into the Ravener, I think.
Yeah.
4 attacks. 2s. Empress Chosen
3s.
that. 3s, sorry. I'll get 1 day. Then didn't charge, so toughness. So it's 3s. Yeah. 3 AP, 4 AP3.
Straight through.
2 damage each. Okay. So we're on to morale.
There isn't any morale
Oh yeah, because they're
within Synapse.
right.
So at the end of this is my turn.
Wowza! What a great turn from George in Tom's turn.
I was about to say, it feels really backwards to say that I actually think Tom's done more damage to himself in that turn.
Yeah,
you
that
know
was
what
a
I
bit
mean?
of a whiff of that one. That was.
He's lost a Tyranofex.
Yeah,
he's lost a squad of
lost his
Hormagaunts.
Hormagaunts, yeah.
Yeah. He's
lost Raveners.
Yeah,
Well,
Raveners.
not all units, but lost numbers, not
yeah.
lost bodies.
And
And
there's been a lot of chip damage
Yeah.
sort of in the combat phase around Objective 5.
yeah, exactly. So obviously he's got lots of points, Tom, but George is like still struggling on those secondaries. I don't know if have they added the right.
What was that?
I don't know if they've added his taken hold this turn yet, or maybe not.
Well, he's
So
on.
he's holding 3 objectives.
Yes, he's holding 3, 4, and 1 currently.
Yeah, so he should have taken hold and hold more.
Unless it's not updated. I'll go and have a look. I'll go and have a
Just
look.
have a nosy. So a great turn from Tom, but they're just like bouncing off of those bikes, you know, and just bouncing off everything and just losing it all. So like obviously that Hurricane Intervention as well, really taking those points, taking the Tyranids down. So now the middle of the board is like open. There we go. There's his points. Now he's catching up. That's a big nice swing for George there. So this is going to be interesting to see how he retaliates. It felt like he had a whole free turn of killing Tom's stuff in that one. And now he's got his own turn where he's going to kill even more of Tom's stuff. It's like me playing you on a Tuesday night. Just everything's dying in both turns.
Just come and sat back down to you absolutely ripping me a new bumhole.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Oh,
Easy.
mate. Right. Okay, this is the situation, right?
Okay. Tell me what's the sitch. What's the sitch,
This
bitch?
is the situation. George goes hell for leather on this turn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? And pretty much targets everything, probably other than the Maleceptor. That is probably what he's actually wanted to go for, yeah?
Yeah.
And just takes all scoring opportunities out of the game for Tom. The game's then pretty much sort of
I don't think
over.
he's doing that, but that, okay.
Is he actually going for the Maleceptor?
He's throwing his 2 dreadnoughts on the Maleceptor, which I think's fair.
I mean, you...
I'm like, yeah, go on then.
But
Why not? They can deal with it.
But I'm also a bit like, if he gets rid of the Raveners on Objective 5 and the Parasite of Mortrex and deals with
The Parasite's a pain.
Yeah, the Parasite's a pain. But then he effectively owns all the 4 objectives other than Objective 2, and everything else is pretty much like he's got some gargoyles around Objective 2. He's got the Venom Throats to give them -1, but they're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? You're a bit like he really then nullifies all of the scoring opportunities for Tom. So we'll have to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be an interesting turn. I'd love the Maleceptor to get pops. That would be a great moment. You know what I mean? 2 dreads
It
just
would
like
be.
tag teaming. Do you think they like do a dread like back slap when they go in? They're like, right, come on, boy. Like slapping each other around. They're like, I'll go with the sword, you go with the fist.
Hell yeah.
I'll take the back,
yeah.
you take the front. You know, like.
Oh, he's just going. He's fucking going for it, oh boy. He's like, you know what? That Maleceptor really needs to die. Fuck the parasite. I'm gonna have your objective instead.
Did you ever do that thing with your parents where, like, one of them would grab your legs, one of them would grab your arms, and then did you know they do the swing thing?
Yeah. Is that the Maleceptor in a minute?
That's the Maleceptor, and it's going to get swung off the table.
It's gonna be like one of those films where you got like 2 guys on like a bike and one guy hanging on to both of them and getting stretched out in the mid. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. 2 bikes, gonna pick up the Maleceptor and stretch it out, fly over like a pole or something.
Oh.
The nuts are gonna get banged.
You know the American baseball when you score a home run, you get the siren that goes. I don't know how he goes. But it's gonna be like right. It's gonna tee one of them up, and they're just gonna be like, yeah.
That's exactly. But I think he's changed his mind.
Oh.
I don't think either player knows what's going on.
Oh.
That's okay.
Oh.
He's decided to hold back. I think he's thinking about a shooting and charge, but I'm not sure what he wants to charge.
I think the intelligent person thinks about the mission and the objectives.
Yeah.
The Maleceptor can be got next turn. It's not going to do anything. It's going to do some psychic damage, but you can shrug that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You play for everything else at this point, and then turn 4. Remember, this is turn 3 for George. Yeah.
Only halfway through the game.
Yeah. You go. I'll get it in turn 4. I'll get it in turn 5. You know what I mean? It'll be fine. So
Exactly. So he's shooting his sisters into the Ravener. So let's go listen in. Hitting on 3s.
Tell 5. So 5 to win.
Yeah.
One so far.
Just the one. AP 0.
4 up. Didn't feel it. Is he dead?
Yeah, that's him. That's dead. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for. How am I doing this? Okay, so this guy's going to fire his shot into the Psyker.
Okay. Not within. No, he's not. Just not. So we're hitting on 2s.
2s. Yep. Then something. Not that. Empress Chosen. Yeah, wounds.
3 up.
Yep, that is good.
See, that's what's supposed to happen when you shoot into a 3 up pinball.
Right, so how many wounds has Maleceptor got?
15.
And he's -1 strength to shoot at him.
I did not get to take that off.
Okay. So 15, strength 8, okay. So let's go for these 2. Actually, can these see the goggles? Like, you've got a better line of sight on that.
Yeah, they can see they can both see both of those.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
cool.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that guy's weapon definitely can, and
yeah.
I think that guy's weapon can too.
Okay.
At least you can see the base. They can both see.
Okay, so I'll go for the back one first, because he's just out of rapid fire, so... yeah, so he's going to fire a big spear into him, little guns into those
Big
guys.
spear, strength 8?
Yep, strength 8. So hitting on 2s with the big spear.
Well, hold on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's not going to be in range for reroll, so Empress Chosen for that. Yep, and then 3s, because strength 8, T8, 4s. Nothing. Then 4 shots.
Hold on.
Oops, sorry. This is into the last room, yeah.
Oh, no, but they're nearer there, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, this has got into the gargoyles, this is.
Yeah, no, it was whether or not you got dents, because
I see.
it's 12 here, but you're closer here, so I don't get dents.
3s, 2 AP1.
2 6-ups. 1 saved. I don't think I wanted it to be saved. Shit.
Yep, so this one's going to do exactly the same.
Yep.
So 2 shots with the big gun.
-1 to hit. Did we do that last time? We didn't do that last time.
Oh.
Because it's -1. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do any wounds last time anyway, so yeah, but they both hit for this. And then 4s. 2 AP2 on Maleceptor.
2 4-ups. Fails both.
3 damage each, so 6 damage total.
He's just going to have to take it down to 9.
Okay. And then last from Bolter, these are in rapid fire. 8 shots, hitting on 2s. Yep. Then 3s. Oh, that's 4 AP1 on the gargoyles.
4 AP1.
Yep.
Save 1. blows 3.
Right. Then I'm going to go for. So
Just them 2 left, right?
yeah, it's just those 2 units. So let's go for. Well, since he can't shoot at that, and there's nothing. Yeah, the only thing he can shoot at is the Maleceptor. So 2 shots into the, no, 1 shot into the Maleceptor. Hitting on the 2.
On the 3. Carry on.
Either way. 6s. No. Empress Chosen. No. Okay, then I'll go for those 3 shots into that HQ.
Okay, so you are so it's -1 to hit.
Fun? Or -1. Cool.
No rerolls.
No rerolls. Of any kind or just to hit?
No, to no rerolls to hit.
No rerolls to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3s. All hit. Then
3s.
Toughness.
3s.
3s. So Empress Chosen that one and reroll 1s to Trajan.
Ah.
1 win through.
4 up.
Has he got nimble? Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Cool. Right. So let's go for charges now, I think. So we're going to go for this one. This one's going to charge into the Maleceptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. So he's just going to go forward like that. Then he's going to go for a charge on the Maleceptor.
Yep. Don't roll snake eyes.
6.
I think 6 is enough.
Yeah. So yeah, if I can get on the objective, but yeah, like that. Perfect. He's going to charge into HQ. Actually, no, he's going to charge gargoyles. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, at 9. So he's going to go there. Like that. I want you to heroically intervene on me. Then let's go for Trajan's going to try and get a big old charge. So hang on, who's closer? So that is going to be an 8-inch charge to get within the inch, I think. And that guy is going to be more. So let's go into the Raveners.
Yeah.
That is a 11.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's just going to go up like that. Like there. Cool. Have you got? No, you don't have CP to interrupt. Cool.
How many attacks has he got?
6 plus a Misericordia, but I can potentially make him fight again.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't have CP to interrupt, I guess I'll kick off with Trajan.
Yep.
6 attacks.
-1 to hit.
Yep. Hitting on 3s. Good. And he rerolls the 1 for his Warlord trait. Actually, that Empress Chosen, the other one, thinking on it. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Then 2s, strength 10.
2s.
So 3 AP3.
Straight through.
3 damage each.
1 is left and 1 wound.
Oh, then 1 Misericordia.
Yep.
In on 2s.
3s.
Then 4s, 1 AP2.
6 up. Dead.
Yep.
The way he was like, oh yeah, he's only got 1 wound. Oh, Misericordia then. Fuck off. Stop
I've
him.
never seen George just
sure.
like, do you know when somebody looks quite happy, but not in an like obnoxious way, just in a, oh, Misericordia. It's like he was perfectly made for this moment. You know what I mean? So. Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hilarious, hilarious.
Trajan
And he's
just
taking that objective back as well, which is the main thing.
Trajan just went in, whipped them all, and then one was like, you know, when crawling away, like you see the the movies where they're
double
like,
tap.
Yeah, and then he's literally just like stuck his Misericordia in at the end and just wiped it clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Hitting on. Yeah, hitting on.
Just checking he's definitely out of range for rerolls. So I'm going to Empress Chosen that. Oh. Then 2s. 4s. So yeah, so that's 2 on your invul.
1 goes through.
Pardon?
1 goes through.
1 goes through, D3 plus 3, 5 damage.
Down to 4 wounds.
Okay, then the other Achilles Dread, I guess he's just going to pop in like that.
Yep.
5 attacks, hitting on, actually wait, no, I've already moved it. So 2s, Empress Chosen 1, then 4s. 2 more.
2 more. Nope.
Okay,
I think he's dead, Jeff. I think he's dead. Does he blow up? He does not blow up.
So I get the 15 for killing it in combat.
Not in your deployment zone.
Yep.
There's the swing, guys. There's the swing.
Oh.
15 points for Georgia killing the Maleceptor in combat. for Auric Mortalis. That's going to be a huge swing. There it is, 49 points now. Horrific.
Again, this is before we add on no prisoners. That is also going to be extra aboard the witch points that he's not currently added on as well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So
I think this is the captain going in now into the gargoyles, just absolutely tearing them up.
Yep.
If you charged, or what hurricane fiend?
What's the +1 to wound then?
Huh? Oh, that's for charging. That's just his combat weapon.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
2s. Yeah, so 6 AP3. And then 1 Misericordia.
They're all dead.
Oh, right. Then I guess he's going to heroic into that guy. I mean, not heroic.
It's so funny when George is just like, and I've got the Misericordia, and he's like, nah, they're dead, mate, stop it. He's like, nope, I'm going to stab you. It's hilarious. It's so good.
I think at this point, it's just funny because Tom's just like actually telling him just the fat rolls that you've killed
dead.
everything, and he's like,
I'm dead.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll anymore.
No,
I want to roll more.
Misericordia.
Yeah.
Stab, shank,
I want
shoot time.
Let me roll more. Okay. God. Jesus Christ. This is, it's becoming a little brutal.
Yes, a little bit. So the Custody bike on Objective 5 is just fighting back into the Ravener, so...
Yeah. The mighty flip-flop saying, that's just how George plays. He just doesn't listen. I want to be more like George. I want to be more like George.
He just gets blocked like by excitement. Yeah, he's just loving it. He's just like, just shank him, mate. I'm
Yeah.
shanking. Leave me alone.
Like, I want to roll dice and you will not stop me, okay?
Misericordia once again. There it is. There's another win.
Right. I think that is all my fighting, so you get to fight back there.
Oh god, the cart. Still 2 attacks, still hit him.
I'm so sorry.
Fives into 5s. Nothing.
Right, so that's, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So we got, so, I killed did I kill 1 Psycho there?
You kill.
Maleceptor, and that's
it.
yeah, so there's 3 more for that.
There we go. What a turn. What a turn from George. 2 really good turns. One of them weren't his.
Yeah, so I'd say 2.5 really good turns, actually,
Yeah.
because his actual shooting phase before that was very good as well, so...
Oh, yeah, so good. So obviously getting that Auric Mortalis for 15 points, getting another Aboard the Witch for 6 points now. Has killed 2 Psychers. Oh, no, it's like a unit and a Psyker, because they kill his own ropes. So good. So good.
Also, no prisoners as yet to be added on. I think he's probably going to be around the 5 or 6, maybe?
Maybe even more, mate.
More?
So many. The Raveners are worth 3 points a unit.
Oh, yeah.
I think, maybe. I think
For
the
4
wounds? No,
wounds?
2 points a unit, I think.
2 points a unit,
Because of 20 wounds.
Yeah.
So, really good. So there we go. Just 1 point behind now going into turn 4. Tommy's running out of models. George is holding the middle. And he's also holding Objective 2.
Yeah, I also don't know if Tommy's going to get any primary here, is he?
I don't think so. No,
Unless
he's still on 20.
So he's not got Objective 5 because there's only 2 zone throps there. And
Yeah, not got Objective 2 because there's no one on there.
Yeah. Definitely not got Objective 3.
That's it.
That is literally
George
not going to
holds
get
every
any.
objective.
Yeah.
So
that's insane.
That is insane. We said don't do that, and he's done it.
Yeah.
Madness.
Right, Tom. What's Tom's plan of action here? What's his secondaries? Well, he's lost all ability
The edge of the board is really close. He could run off it.
Wow, tactic genius there from Mikey. This is what you pay for in coaching team membership, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's pulling back with the Venom. He's basically just pulling back. And he's
Can we all get Tom a new tape measure? All right.
What's Tom saying? Why is his tape measure so sad?
Yeah. I think his tape measure's giving up
It's
just like his army.
I'm out, mate. Lads, I've had enough. I'm out. I'm done, lads. Very odd. We did that in my game last night. I had 85 attacks from my Snagger boys on a Rhino with 3 runes. My mate took it off, but I was adamant in rolling them because I spent 3 turns getting them there.
I love it.
Always the same. But now, yeah, so George has just absolutely just dominated this game. Just so happened to roll all the 4-ups when he needed, all the massive damage when he needed. 3 turns killing the Tyranids effects, and then the other 2 turns when it was dead, just murdered everything.
Absolutely. I'm going to watch back this game, and when in turn 1, I'm like, oh, George, what are you doing? George, you don't think this is the right thing to do?
Fucking guy.
Yeah, who do you think you are? And then all of a sudden by turn 3, I'm just like,
what is
well,
going
what do
on?
I know? What do I know?
This, guys, is Warhammer. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000.
It's the hobby we all love and we all love to hate at the same time. So.
Yeah, exactly. Bloody mad. Absolutely mental. So just doing a little bit of movement. I don't think Tom's just changed his mind. So while there's probably not much left of this game, you know. I don't think Tom's turn is going to be really, really short now, and then George's probably just going to clear up. I think that's what we're going to see.
I also think Tom is just trying to try and get as many VPs out of it as possible. Right, that's all he can do at this point.
Yeah.
I think the problem is as well because he's lost a lot of his small units. R&D is now really hard.
Yeah.
He's not got his troops to do that.
He can't engage. I suppose he's engaging. But
he has to roll for it still, doesn't he? No, it's units of 3 or more, isn't it? For engage. Sorry, yeah. He can still psychic interrogate. He's got his neurothrow up still.
His neurothrow up in sight. He can't fall back if he wants to do that. So he's got to stay in combat with the bike.
Yeah.
Does have a 3 up in run.
Yeah. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, at this point, though, you just want to get some VPs on the board, don't you? So.
Yeah, for sure. That's a parasite going in the middle. So fast.
Really fast, yeah.
There we go. We're going into psychic phase now, so let's flip over to the players.
Yep. These guys going to smite into him. Yep. We're going to smite with +2. Yep. So it goes off on a 7. Yep. So D3 +2.
So 4. Yeah. 4 4-ups. He takes 1, he's down to 2 left.
Psychic interrogation, because points. Yep. Goes off on a 10. You might be within, though.
Yeah, usually within for the deny.
Okay.
Yeah, I will spend a CP and deny. So I've only got... Yeah. So firstly, on a 5-up, I get the CP back. I do.
Of course you do.
And then on a 4-up, I deny. I do not. Woohoo! Nothing lost, nothing gained there, yes.
Yeah, so that goes off. Then 3 dice on them into the bike captain with a +3. That's an 8, a 10. Okay. Because they're within 18, so it's not super smites, but 3 + D3. 4. 4.
4 4-ups. Takes 2, so it's down to 5. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Charge phase.
Yep.
I'm just going to charge them into them.
All right, yep.
There we go. So,
just checking, is that all your charges?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm out of there, but I think I might be able to vertically intervene 6 into him.
6?
Yeah,
Does he vertically intervene 6?
Yeah, it's just his warlord trait.
Of course it does. Of course he does. Oh well. So I charge, so over there first. So 15 attacks.
Yep.
Threes, and then wounding on 2s because your character, your Timogy's AP1 though. But, oh no, you don't have armor of contempt, do you?
No.
So,
no.
So 3s into 2s.
Yep. So
that is 5, 6, 7.
7 AP
1. So 4-ups.
4-ups. 1, 2. Yeah, they're gone. Woo! Exactly what you needed.
I killed a whole unit.
So then I will go with Trajan next.
Mm-hmm.
How many wounds do your guys have?
4.
4. Okay, in which case I'll go for the bite guy.
What? Bite guy first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually no, Trajan makes more sense. Yeah,
sure.
I'm being indecisive.
It's not really going to make much of a difference, is it? 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Re-rolling 1s for his warlord trait. We're playing in the tray. I wish we weren't.
Then 2s. Empress chosen that one. 5 wounds.
5 4-ups. I save 3 of them, 2 go through, 1 is dead.
Yeah, just kills 1, and then 1 Misericordia attack. Hits. Doesn't wound.
Okay. Guess I'll do him. So you did the biker first, right?
That was I went Trajan first. So
Okay.
yeah. In hindsight, I should have gone biker because the biker was the logical target.
Okay. 5s into 5s. Here we go. Into the bike with his own throat.
Yep.
1 hit. No wounds.
Okay, I guess I'll go over here next.
Yeah. Oh, really?
6 attacks in on 2s. Didn't heroically intervene, so I don't get tip of the spear now.
Nope.
So I guess I'll Empress chosen that. Oh. So all hits, then strength 7, so 3s now. So that's 5 wounds.
Damage.
2. Oh,
My Xantharps just don't want to live.
yeah.
Do I need that CP for anything else at this point?
There's a Misericordia coming in afterwards if this helps.
It'll be on 2 wounds.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll spend it. I'll spend it.
Spend the CP. All right. God. Yeah. Okay.
That guy?
Oh yeah, of course. 4 attacks with there. 2s. Rerolling 1s because it's an extra charge jump. 3 hits. Then toughness. Oh, it's 3s, yeah. Rerolling 1s because it's an extra charge jump. Or Empress, yeah. 2 wounds on the rumble. 2 damage each.
He's down to 2.
1 Misericordia, I guess. Yep. No.
Okay. So on your turn, 1, 2, hold more. These will probably kill this. I imagine they'll kill that.
Yep.
I can't see him surviving, so I'll be sat on maybe 1.
Right.
I mean, do we play it out to see if I score 4 points on the primary this next turn?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you. I'll leave it on you, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't mind either
Do
way.
your turn, and let's see exactly what we score.
All right. So end of turn for you. Is there any scoring?
There you go. What a turn. Tom just not having enough models to deal with all these 4+ invulns and 4+ ignores and all this 4+ this and 4+ that Custodes.
Yeah, and if you look at sort of George's dead pile, a couple of bikes, a couple of shield boys.
Yeah,
there's
George
nothing
is
really,
going to run over him now.
Yeah, so it is a foregone conclusion. But I think the thing that Tom is basically saying is, what VP am I going to end up with this? It's probably going to end up being around the 67, 68 mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly. He might get another. Engage, maybe. He might get another hold once. He might get like a 70 points tops.
Yeah.
Whereas George has got to get 1 point. 1 point to win, which he'll get in his last turn for going second. He'll just get primary. This game is kind of done. It looks like George is going to be taking the win.
Oh yeah,
So.
for sure. Yeah.
We can get an update from Nick. We'll find out about the rest
Nick
of the
in the
event.
nick of time, Nick. Yeah.
Nick will be in here in the nick of time. I'm just trying to look for him.
But if you're in the chat right now, what do you think to these two armies? Have you played against Custodes recently, or have you played against Nids recently? Are you a Nids player? Would you have tweaked this list a little bit, or do you think it was just a bit of a tough matchup for the Nids in general? Like Nids going into Emperor's Chosen Custodes, it's like the kryptonite. It's the 4+ shrug on all of the psychic goodness.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, two Nids are really strong, obviously, but like when Custodes could just roll a 4+, it just keeps him alive. You know what I mean? And it's just like every time he did like 6 damage, he was like actually only 3. Every time another 4, oh, actually only 3. So let's go and have a quick listen to Nick, because Nick's going to give us an update about the rest of the event, because we kind of know the result of this game.
Yeah, we can see that George is going to take the 2 wins.
He's going to take it. He's going to take it. So, is Nick ready?
Are you sure? Give us a big wave if you're ready, Nick. Oh, he's ready. Okay. In a 3, in a 2, in a 1, let's cross to in the nick of time.
So we're arriving near the end of round 2. A lot of tables are now cleaning up in the final stages, or we've had quite a few games actually finish. On table 30, the remainder of the Death Watch bikes have retreated into their little corner of the table. The light of the Emperor is shining through the windows down on them, Tom is doing a crappy dance behind me. I caught you out the corner of my eye. Ha ha. Ha ha. You tried, but failed. Yes, the light of the Emperor is shining down on them, but too little, too late. They're going to lose that game. Over on table 24, the one I best described as Pacific Rim is over. The human Jaegers have successfully defeated all the kaiju without losing a single Jaeger. That's Grey Knights for anyone that's not aware. Dread Knights. On table 3, it's literally just finished. This last moment, I was just standing by as they totaled up the points. This was the Armigers versus the War Dogs with Abaddon. It all came down to the very last wire. Abaddon made an 11-inch charge into the last 2 Imperial Armigers and killed both of them. The game ended 90-86 in favor of the War Dogs, so the Chaos just won with that last clutch charge. Over on table 28, we have Iron Hands of 1, 97 points. Over on table 20, Iron Hands again versus Ultramarines. They won with 92 points. The Iron Hands are doing quite well, it seems. And then over on table 22, we have Chaos Knights versus the Custodes. Looking in the 90-point territory with the Chaos Knights winning. There's less than 10 models on the table. I don't fancy the Custodes' chances. But that's me in a nick of time. Just for you, Tom. I winked with them.
Thank you so much, Nick, for the update from round the entire event of the Goonhammer Open Halloween Havoc that we're bringing to you live all day today and tomorrow. My name's Mikey. I'm joined by the lovely Tom.
I am the lovely Tom.
That was Nick.
That was Nick.
Excellent, Nick.
Oh, he's a good man. I think that he's a lovely man and we should always take his updates very seriously.
Yeah.
There should never be any shenanigans that
No
ever
shenanigans,
happens.
Tom. Not at all. Well, what a wild game we've seen. We saw Tom go first, put his army on the middle, get them all into those 2 buildings at the centre, and be like, right, bring it, George. You know what George did? He was like, I'm taking the bait. I'm in. I'm in. He was like a fish on the end of the rod, and he was just like, I'll take the bait. I'll take the bait.
Yeah.
But you know what happened?
He just ran through the bait.
Line snapped.
And now
Took the bait.
And now George is
And
running
also-
with the game, e.g. the line, and he's like, haha, I have the bait and I'm off. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. So
My
George
favourite
was-
part is when the Tyrannofex stood on the middle, in the middle, or the front, and basically like held up like a red rag to a bull. Yeah. And the Tyrannofex was still stood there going, I'm still here, and the rest of the army behind him was like, we're off.
So it's like it's just been crazy. What a crazy game where George took all 4 objectives. We were like, nah, mate, don't do that. Don't do that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You know what happened? It fucking worked.
Yeah, I know. Literally, like, we were like, oh, he's piecemealed the Custodes army. He's all over the board, and all of a sudden there was this like random united front in turn 2 where they all looked across the board at each other and went, turn it on,
The
boys.
horde of Gondor has sounded to the center. Return to Trajan, and it worked.
Return to sender.
And it worked. And George just smashed it. He managed to kill the Malicetter in combat, which scored him 15 points of Auric Mortalis. He still hasn't scored no prisoners.
Nope.
And he's got a few points for aboard the Witch as well. That's another few points there because he just killed the Zoanthrope and killed the unit on objective with direct assault as well.
George is aiming for a big fat. He's going to aim for a
come out with
95
he's gonna whack
100
his dick
here,
out
isn't
and
he?
slap 100. That's what he's going to
Oh, I hope he doesn't do that on our iPad because we'll have to clean it afterwards,
do.
all right?
Oh,
Could
shit.
you imagine?
You can do that.
So I think they just totted up the end of George's turn here.
Yeah, here we go. He's getting no prisoners. I think we're calling it there because Tom has run out of models.
Oh, really? Is that what's happened?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I see no blue.
There is no blue. There
Gold.
is just that dice there, that one dice.
Yeah.
The remainder of Tom's army.
That's probably like a wound counter for like an 8 on that Dreadnought when it has 9 wounds as well. It's probably just been like, you've chipped my paintwork, bitch. You've not done anything to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think they've wrapped up.
That's it. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
What a game! Absolutely
63-93
crazy.
at the end there, Mikey.
Yeah, just like a really crazy game.
Yeah.
Tom just like hitting a brick wall. It seemed.
Yeah.
We said shield wall stick together. He was like, "No, I'm going to spread out and it'll still work," and it just worked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Like, I feel like it was again. I know. It was a bit like a kryptonite to the Tyranid army. It relies on psychic. There's Neurothropes. There's Zoanthropes. There's the Brain Bug, and it just all sort of everything got halved in power for that 4+ shrug, and it's just like once that happens, you feel like you have to play your game differently. And then when George came out, sat on lots of objectives, I felt like Tom felt like he had to reply everywhere, which I probably would have done as well, and it just didn't work. He had nowhere near enough punch to get through.
It just fell over. So that was quite a short stream. Shall we try and get one of the players on for an interview?
I mean, yeah, you can do if you want,
don't go anywhere. We're going to quick BRB screen, and we're going to try and get one of the players on the Nick cam. We'll see if they got anything they want to jump on and say anything.
Yeah.
Right, 1 second then.
Okay, guys. Hi, chat. You're back with the legendary, lovely Hellstorm Tom, because that's what Mikey likes to know me as these days, all right? Mikey is just gathering one of the boys. I believe we're going to end up speaking to Tom first. Tom was the guy running the Tyranids, and it was painful. The Tyranids got... There was a bit of an electric shock for the Tyranids. So, if Mikey's about ready, I'm going to pass over to Mikey instead of Nick this time. And...
So, hello. I'm joined by the lovely Tom. Hi, Tom. So, tell me how you feel about 4-up denies and 4-up invuns against Custodes army.
I don't actually mind the 4-up involves because I live off them as well.
Of course. That Tyranids effect just absorbing his entire army for 2 turns was just beautiful.
Exactly. But a 4-up deny, yeah. And then the -1 actually really hampered me for some reason.
From the sisters. Yeah, because it's such a large aura, that 18 inches, to be -1 to cast. All your best buffs are all psychic, and then you've given out 3d6 cast, but then if you kind of roll a bit iffy, then it's fails as well. But when did you... What do you think you could have done in that game differently that could have gone all right, this'll get me the win actually? Or do you think there was anything, or is it just unlucky? What do you reckon from your point of view?
I think I overestimated the Raveners. I thought that they could do 4 wounds to Custodes infantry. That was...
They have a bunch of attacks, but it's just invuns, right? It's if you're ignoring half of them. And then, what strength for Raveners? Strength 5? 6. So you're still hitting on 3s, but then if they've got the transhuman, it's kind of a bit annoying. So
yeah, exactly, yeah. So, but I mean, other than that, honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to have to think about it for a bit longer, because it really felt like I didn't have very much wiggle room, and when I did think I was doing something clever, there was a rule that Custodes had that I hadn't accounted for. So
yeah, it kind of felt like you had the heroic intervention on objectives that kind of caught you out a little bit. Trajan 6-inch heroic intervention kind of caught you out a little bit. But it's quite interesting. Why have you gone for Jormungandr rather than Kraken that people normally run and stuff like that? Would you fancy something different, or?
That's an easy one, because otherwise I'd have no obsec in my army.
That's very true. That's very true, because obviously you give out the Monster Mash, all they count as 5, and obsec, which is really, really cool.
I used to be that exact list, but Kraken, and unless I'm much better at protecting my troops and not trading them, which you have to do, I just run out of obsec, and then they go, here's 1 obsec model, it's my objective now. So that's the main logic for it. Plus also, against someone that it doesn't hit on 2s, dense outside of 12 makes a much bigger difference.
That's true. Because it did feel like a lot of it was you were super survivable in that shooting phase, when normally the Custodes with all those salvo launches, they're like, all right, I'm hitting on 2s, cool, and all right, strength 8, and it's D3 plus 3, but you just had, you've got the dense, and then you got the cover as well, and then obviously you got all the invuns on top. It just felt like it's much more survivable Tyranid list. I just feel like, well, basically, between you and me and Tom were saying that George, when he split onto those 4 objectives turn 1, was a huge mistake. But then he just rolled all 4-ups. Just all his invuns just came through, and all his feel no pains came through. So you had the perfect time to peace feel him, but he just seemed to roll the best saves possible. And he just kind of just this could have gone, and he could have gone any worse in this turn 2, right? So
yeah, I mean, ultimately, it feels like 2/3 of my damage is mortal wounds. So when he's got a 4-up to ignore to that, there's not much I can do, really.
Well, because a lot of people say that Custodes aren't that good right now because of the nerfs of the strats. But again, if Emperor's Chosen, still just a solid choice in the meta in these days. So, everyone's moving towards mortal wounds, and they still ignore half of them. So yeah.
It was played well into me.
But you played it like a champ, and I think the people at home loved it, which is really, really fun. So thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And yeah, right. Well, we'll have a quick break. I think we'll cut back to Tom.
Mike. This is my camera. What are you doing?
Awful, awful. We're going to cut back to Tom.
You're back to me now. Hello. So that was Mikey with Tom, the runner-up in round 2 of Goonhammer. The Halloween horror thing. I've forgotten the name of it already. Why do I look very chilled out? Look very chilled out. So yeah, that was Tom. Mikey's going to quickly try and catch up with the legend that is George. Obviously, George has gone and won this game against his teammate. You want me to go do George? I'll go do George. Yeah, all right, cool. You come and sit down. You come and sit down.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so let's talk. Like, get Tom and George. We just had it. We always got to have a Tom on stream. You see, we just had one, and now we'll get Tom and George to chat about what a fantastic game we had. And is Tom ready? 3, 2, 1.
We're on! Right, hello, you're back with Tom. I've swapped seats now, and I'm stuck on the table. George, come here. George, congratulations. How did that go?
Better than I thought it would, by quite a bit.
So we're going to go through the turns a little bit, okay? Now, turn 1, I'm not going to lie. If you watch the stream back, I didn't have much confidence. And I'm going to say that now.
To be fair, I think as I was positioning stuff, I was sort of thinking, why am I doing this? Like, why am I just putting them in one massive corridor of bikes? But I think my broad tactic was I was hoping if I just gave him too many targets to go for, he'd just focus on the bikes at the front, and the bikes one would be able to sort of move in and sweep out.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting to be able to tank that much with the first unit of bikes, to be honest.
Yeah, I think like turn 1, I was saying to Mikey on stream, you sort of like overextended a little, and like Custodes like that shield wall vibe. They like to stick together and hide a little bit and play conservative. And then it sort of played into your favour because he didn't deal with anything in front of him. Yeah. And then turn 2, you just dialed up the power. Yeah. Like, you made so many of your saves, the 4+ shrugs, it all went really well for you.
Yeah.
And then I think the best part for me, George, is that as we got sort of into turn 3, I could see the happiness coming on your face. You were loving life. Like, Toby, what were you feeling? What were you feeling?
I think I went into it just thinking, I'm not going to win this, but I'll try and get as many points as I can. And then I was like, oh my god, I could win this. Like, I think the big twist is when just Tom rolled. Like, it was bad, unfortunate for him, but he rolled really badly on the impulse for his HQ as soon as his Warlord went out. Because for me, that was just an absurd gamble, really. Like, I wasn't expecting it to go that way, but yeah, I was like, oh, I could actually win this one. Yeah.
And I think the thing as well, like we were talking a lot about the Tyrano effects in the mid board, and I think the thing that we thought that was literally like bait, a distraction can't effects, but a distraction Tyrano effects, and we were like, it's holding up a red flag, and you sort of went for it, and we were like, George, I don't know if the bikes can deal with that. And all of a sudden, like, if anything, he was then getting hamstrung by the fact that you were just in the middle, not being able to be dealt with anywhere else. So it was quite powerful. Yeah. Is there anything you'd do differently if you had that game again, or were you quite happy with it?
I always feel it's very easy to look at when you lose, look at what you could have done better, but like, it's almost when you win, it's really difficult to work out how you could have done even better than that. I'll be honest, I think a lot of it was just good rolling on my part. I think there were some rookie errors I did make that I was just backed up by rolling well. And at the end of the day, the dice are the ones that decide the games, aren't they?
I've got 2 more bits for you. Okay, what army do you not want to come across against with the Custodes? I mean, Knights, maybe?
It depends what kind of Knights. If it's like Abbey Walks the Dogs, I can sort of deal with that, because I played a game with essentially this list against that, and it's like I did lose, but I know what I needed to do going forward. I feel it's like a high volume of T8 is kind of what does me in, because I've got a load of strength 8, and you can't keep rolling well on the 4-ups going into it. I guess I've got the Emperor's Chosen rerolls to rely on, but still, yeah.
Salvo launchers only carry you so far, and then you're relying on the Dreads or Trajan if you need him, you know what I mean, at the strength 10. And my other final question, and this is from chat as well. So chat, if you're watching, I think he's a friend of yours, has asked me to ask you about your love of trampolines.
Yeah, no, that's... okay, yeah, I know exactly who's asking me this. So basically, I spent like a good 4 years on crutches because I got very drunk and went on a trampoline, and I'm not a small guy, so it went about as well as you might think.
I feel like there's a bigger story there that might require a beer or 2 to get it out. But for the time being, George, congratulations. You played incredibly well. And Mikey, we're back in the room.
And there we go. Thank you so much, Tom, for that update and that interview with George. And hi, Nate. Would you like to grab a mic? How you found the rest of the event?
Very interesting. There's some quite cool armies out there. Some quite cool matchups.
Nice.
About. Obviously, we had like a Plague Zombie Horde versus Gaunts. The Gaunts didn't last long. But they looked really cool.
Yeah.
We had a Pacific Rim game going.
Nice.
Keep calling it the Grey Knights, Dread Knights. They are
Paul?
Dread Knights,
Yeah.
I'm
The
calling
baby
them
carriers.
Baby carriers, yeah,
Yeah.
versus 10 Carnifex.
Nice.
much
Very
reminiscent.
specific room. That's cool.
Yeah, so, and the Iron Hands seem to be doing really well.
Yes!
Emulating your list.
Yes!
One of them specifically said, I was inspired by Mikey's list, but I tweaked it a little.
Let's get him on stream next. Is he winning? Has he won his first game? He's on stream next.
One
On
second
stream
game.
next.
I think lost the first game.
What's he doing? Why is he
Yeah.
even playing?
I mean,
he should have
'cause
just
you
gone
win all
home.
your games, right?
Yes, I do. All of them.
Yeah, sure.
So that's
How many
it.
trophies have you won recently?
So many trophies.
So many, okay.
So, but that's it.
Where
So
from?
that's
Would
it.
you care to list them?
No. So that's it for this round for Goonhammer Open Round 2 Halloween Havoc, and we'll be back maybe around 4:30.
Soon.
We'll be back soon with round 3. This stream's going to end, so make sure you like it before you go. Thank you so much. David is right. Yes, I do print my own trophies. Thank you much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next game. Bye, Nick.
Okay, bye.